Okay, are we actually live or is StreamYard just lying to me? Let me know in the comments. Hopefully we are here. Okay, hopefully this is the first time I'm streaming on this computer and it's been a while since we arranged those streams. So if you can see me, if you can hear me, let me know in the comments. And I can see that I'm shining a little bit. Am I shining? Let me know if I'm shining. Okay, so are we on? Okay, I'm looking forward to see your messages. Let's see. I'm just gonna go to my studio on YouTube. Let's double check that I'm actually live. Okay, you're good. Okay, thank you so much, my dear. Thanks for letting me know, giving me some feedback, because it's hard to keep up with everything on my own. And I'm just gonna open this live stream on my end just so I can see that everything's fine. And okay, yeah, here I am. Great. So right now I have my entire setup. I have my laptop. I have my very wide screen, and I have you guys. Thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful Sunday morning. Welcome to the official RTX 4080 Super giveaway stream. Today we'll decide who is the winner, and actually Python will decide that. I have nothing to do with it. I'm just facilitating the whole process. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'm gonna actually close one of these windows because it drives me nuts. Okay, much better. So thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna go over a few of the comments and then I'll tell you what the stream is all about. It's not just a giveaway stream. There's gonna be a Q&A. There's gonna be all kinds of helpful resources for beginners and for people who are looking for jobs. So yeah, thanks so much for being here. Hello Suraj. Hello Suraj again. Hello, I am the Vector. Hello, my dear. We're gonna have a very nice video about vector databases very soon. I don't speak English. Ja. Hello. Dziękuję. Like, I don't know. Depends which language you're from. There was thank you in Polish. Okay, I know a few actually. Who else is here? Give me my card. Okay, we have very confident people in the crowd. Okay. All good from Suraj. Everything's good here. And signs looking good. Amazing. Okay, thank you so much for being here. Perfect. I have all kinds of confirmations. And hello to all the lovely people in the comments. Okay, I'm sorry if I didn't open your comment on the screen yet, but I will do so very soon. So in the very beginning of the stream, we will do a live giveaway draw. Okay, I'm using my, actually, that's how the intro should have been. Okay. Sorry guys, as you can see, everything is a bit disorganized because again, this is the first time I'm using this computer for streaming. And actually there's not much on this computer because it's brand new. I didn't even share it. I have an Alienware Area 51 in the house and I didn't brag about it. What is wrong with me, okay? I barely bragged about my new 5090 GPU signed by Jensen, okay? So this is, I have an excuse why I don't have time for all this. It's an amazing excuse, and when I'm ready to share it, I will. Okay, I just don't want to jinx it at this point of time. So, okay, so in the beginning of the stream, we will do the giveaway draw. I will show you that it is 100% fair. We're going to use random and secrets. Okay, so we have 2 levels of randomness today. 2 layers, extra secure, making sure that out of the 100 people who registered, okay, it's not 102 because 2 of you submitted twice, okay? Oscar and Joey. No, it's all good. Don't worry about it. I know why you had to submit twice, at least in terms of Joey. You emailed me originally. That's fine. Oscar, that's fine too. So only one of your submissions counts, and therefore we have 100 people, which is a round number, and I'm very proud of it. So that's what we'll do first. I will release you guys. You don't have to stick around for the entire stream because the streams on this channel is usually very heavy on Q&As. I'm answering all your questions in the comments. You know, if you have a super chat, I see it right away. If you don't have a super chat, it doesn't mean that I'm not going to answer your question. We're talking all the time. So we're going to have that at the very end. So the usual Q&A is in the end of the stream, and it will probably last for about an hour or so. Okay, just the Q&A. In between, we will go over some photos from GTC. I will tell you a bit about my experiences, about the hackathon that I judged, where I discovered a brand new means of finding a job. I didn't know that these hackathons, they're not just contests, you know, you're not just winning prizes, but you can actually get employed. I didn't know that, so we will talk about that too. And this will happen through the process of showing you photos from the event, because the hackathon was in the event. And yeah, it's gonna be very fun. It's one of these hangout kind of streams, and we begin with extra audience because there are 100 people here who would love to see if they want a graphics card. And let me actually close this shirt because so nobody can see my belly. Okay. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. So let's start this lovely live stream, and bear with me, okay? I have an intro. Let's do it. Yay, that's so cool. I love it, I love it. And technically I'm supposed to be with a hat. I'm supposed to be with a red hat, okay, that Frank, a viewer of this channel, gave me. I finally met him in this conference, and we took a picture together, but on his phone, okay, not on mine. I should have taken it on my phone, but I thought Mario is really on top of it. My husband was there to take pictures and everything. I didn't see a photo with Frank, unfortunately, but yeah, we have a photo together, and I have a hat of NVIDIA and red hat that he gave me. I searched for it everywhere. I don't know where I put it. I have it. I have 2 of these hats, and I'm sorry, Frank, they are somewhere here. I was just in a rush organizing this stream. Okay, so I'm sorry, but let's pretend that this is your hat. My apologies, okay? I have it. I have both of them, and I will post pictures with them very soon. And I'm back to the comments. Sorry, I'm talking too much, okay? Let's start. Let's start with the amazing live stream, okay? So the first thing we need is a working environment. I'm just gonna open my WSL terminal. I'm gonna create a new one. Okay, I'll just move to the side. So we'll create it with conda create -n. Okay, we'll call this environment giveaway, or just give env, whatever. I'm gonna delete it very, very quickly. We will install Python 3.11 in it. Okay, like so. Let's do it. Let's do it. Create this environment. Let's go. Yeah, as you can see, it's also a tutorial. It's not just a giveaway. Okay. Okay. Take some time. Okay, yes. Please do. Did I type yes? Yes, I did. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Execute transaction, and let's activate this environment. Conda activate give env. Okay, and we need to install Jupyter in it, so we will type conda install Jupyter. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We are streaming, and you're not doing it fast enough, Alienware. This is not fair. You're supposed to be faster than that, okay? But maybe that's just conda. Maybe that's just, you know, the complaints that people have with pip. I don't even know. That could be. You know, maybe UV is much faster, right? I should make a tutorial about it, according to many of you guys. Okay, and now that we have Jupyter, I think we also need pandas. So pip install pandas. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Okay, and we're good. Okay, so let's just run Jupyter lab. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go to my port right over here. I will do it in a new tab. Okay, bear with me. Bear with me. Here we go. We are in the folder. Okay, and this is, okay, so this is the data. I'm gonna download it again just so you can see that it's the actual data and not something different. And actually, let's delete, okay, let's do kernel, let's do clear outputs for all cells, okay, because I was obviously testing it before. And actually, let's make it a dark theme so it doesn't hurt your eyes. Yay! Okay, and much larger. You know I like large font. Great. Okay, it's almost there. The only thing I'm missing is making myself smaller, which I will do right now. I'm figuring out as we go, okay? This is happening as we go. This is the most live stream I've ever done. Okay, and now back, I want to see the monitor. Great. So I kind of see what's going on. Not too much. I have a teleprompt, as you can see, and it serves as a second monitor. And it's very, very hard to arrange it properly because it keeps clipping to the screen. Okay? Yay! I think I'm happy. Don't clip. Don't clip. And we're almost there. Yay! I think it's fine. The only thing I don't see is the bottom. So if there's anything funky going on at the bottom, please let me know in the comments, okay? Where to submit? Nadir, my dear, it's been so long since you can submit. You know, for a week, the registration is already closed. It was closed on October 30th, right? So you really need to be on top of these things, because when I do those kind of giveaways, it's either to promote a specific event, either it's something that happens immediately, right? You don't wait for months until you see it. Yeah, it's all good. Don't worry about it. I'm just saying that whoever submitted already submitted, and they're probably here in the comments, okay? What is a 4080? John, 4080 is a kind of GPU, okay? The real name is NVIDIA RTX 4080 Super, and it's a GPU with 16 gigabytes of RAM, and a GPU is a graphics card, okay? Something I learned actually in my visit to DC that I just got back is that people don't know the GPU is a graphics card. Okay, and when you tell them 4080, they don't necessarily understand what it means, okay? So a few things that I need to clarify on the channel. I thought they're obvious, but no, like I talked to students and they didn't know that a GPU is a graphics card. And even when I said that it's a graphics card, I don't know if it clicked fully, the meaning of what this lovely device is didn't really click. So yes, the draw is for a beautiful piece of hardware that is known for its gaming abilities, for its content creation, studio kind of abilities, and you can actually use it as an entry-level tool to the world of large language models, to the world of AI. This is, do I have typos? No, I don't have any typos. Okay, good. And I'm gonna make it kind of smaller. It's a really nice device, and today we will decide who wins it, okay? I saw your pictures, I saw your lovely smiles. Thank you so much for sending them. And thank you for not sending me any viruses, because it's not obvious with the type of crowd dealing with here, okay? Some people can abuse these type of systems. So I was very glad to only get proper images, okay, with no embedded weird codes. And I didn't need to figure out like very intense sandbox environments to make it work, okay? Thank you for that. And yeah, let's move on with the actual giveaway. Okay, so hopefully all the modules I need are installed. And this is basically a demo of how this giveaway will work. So we have a list of names. Okay, there you go. We have Batman, Maria, Gandalf, Morpheus, and Trinity, just from the top of my head. Okay, we have all these names. So the first thing we do is we shuffle them, okay, with the random module, which is a nice way to change the location of elements, okay? But it's not enough, because every time I'm using the random module, I get a comment that says that random is not random enough. Go figure. Why do you call it random if it's not random? And I kind of get it, because it's very hard to create true randomness when it comes to math. There's always some kind of a seed number. That's why, okay, I'm combining another module that is a bit more encrypted than random. It's a bit more secure. We call this the secrets module, okay? So we don't just import random, but we also import secrets, okay? The reason why we have NumPy is because I'm gonna present your names in an alphabetical order, okay? We have NumPy sort. That's it. We don't use NumPy for any other purpose. Good, so let's actually run this and let's make sure it works in the way that we expect it to work. So random shuffle basically changes the locations of the items, okay? And then the secrets choice is the command that chooses the winner. Sorry, half of my head is missing. I'm just gonna lift my table like so. Amazing, I have a lifting table nowadays. Good, so let's run this cell. And okay, if the order started with Batman, Maria, Gandalf, and so on, now it's Gandalf, Batman, Maria, and if we do it again, the order will change, and if we do it again, the order will change again, and the winner's name will change again. And that's the way we're gonna run this giveaway, okay? So 2 levels of randomness, so don't tell me that it's not fair. If you have problems, go to Python. Tell Python I have a problem with it. Okay, so now let's verify that all the names that you expect to see are actually here. Okay, so what I've done here is I'm loading all your data from the giveaway. Actually, let me download it from scratch. I promised you we'll do it. So I'm just gonna go to the giveaway form. Okay, Google Forms. Okay, bear with me. I need to show you it's fair. I must show you it's fair. Okay, very important, transparency. I see a lot of these giveaways and they just announce the name of the winner. Like, how do you know that it was actually randomly drawn? You know, maybe you just like the name, just picked him. No, I want it to be truly random. Okay, so this is, let me, what did I press? Okay, sorry, my monitors are going crazy. That's why it's a bit weird. Okay, so this is the form that you guys have filled. I have 102 responses and it's no longer accepting responses. Okay, I forgot how to say this name. And, oh, sorry, okay, hold on, what did I do? Okay, let me make it larger so nobody sees, no email addresses or anything, okay? And I'm just gonna go to responses, I believe it's here, and I can copy the responses CSV, okay? Am I blocking it? Okay, if I press download responses CSV, can you actually see it? No, you can't because I played with the screen. Holy moly. Sorry guys, okay. No, and now you can see the emails. No, stop it. Stop it, computer, you're crazy. Stop it. Okay, you cannot see anything. Great, perfect. So now if I press link to sheet, and it's too big. But anyways, I just downloaded it, okay? I pressed on it, I downloaded it. It's right over here. It's right over here. Sorry, technical issues. And this is the file that I got from Google. Okay? Let me know in the comments if it's fine. H200, are you crazy? If I had one, I would never give it away. Okay? This is a supercomputer in your house. Okay, and now I need it in my drive, in my Linux drive. There you go. It's right over here. Maria, home, Maria, and giveaway. Great. Okay, so now I'm just dragging and dropping these comments. Okay, I'm gonna do a refresh. Perfect. And one of these files needs to be deleted. The identifier, we don't need it. Okay, and this, I'm just gonna rename it to super giveaway without the emojis. Okay, hopefully you saw the whole process. That was small, but it's all here to see. So I'm just gonna copy the name of this file. I know you guys, this is very unorganized, but I want it to be fair. When it's fair, it's unorganized. And I'm just gonna paste the name of this file right over here, just so you know that we're copying everything from this file. And the only thing I'm gonna display here is your names, okay? I am pulling your full name out of this file, no emails, no nothing, no images whatsoever, and I'm posting it, okay? And I'm just gonna, and I'm gonna enumerate your names, and I'm gonna give you an index number based on your alphabetical name, but there are no repeating names in the data set. I checked it, the only two repeating names are only repeating once, okay? I'm only keeping the unique values. There you go. So Oscar and Joey, okay, pay attention. I'm joking, you guys are fine. It's all good. It's very easy for me to detect duplicates. So let's give it a run, and I'm just gonna display your names. Make sure your name is here, okay? So if you are here in the comments, and if you can see your name, please let me know. I am here. I am here, okay? Let me know if you are here. Okay, we're starting with this, and I'm just gonna scroll very, very slowly to make sure everybody can see their names. There you go. There you go. This is amazing. Okay. Okay, we are at O. We are at O. We are at S. We are at V. And we are done. Okay, so let me know if you can see. Willie, did you actually apply? Did you apply? Did you register? Because only those who registered are here. Okay. Present. Great. Yeah. Oh, we have Prince Edward Island folks here. Hello, fellow Canadian. Good to see you. Okay, I'm here, present. Okay. They look like random names. I thought so too, but then I checked and there's a picture attached and there's an actual person and, you know, smiles and nice and, you know, not robotic or AI generated. Vancouver represent, woohoo! Go Van City, woohoo! That's great. I'm actually representing Mission in my full capacity, but Vancouver is close enough. I don't say, when I go to conferences, I never say I'm from Mission because if I do, they don't know where it is. I say Vancouver and it's super clear. The only thing unclear is if it's Vancouver, Washington or Vancouver, British Columbia. That's the only thing that people are are doubting. Okay. So bot names are based on actual human names if they're done right. So I disagree here. Again, I could have skipped the picture part. I only used it to make sure that only real people apply, but actually checked it because of the duplicated names. So thank you, Joey, and thank you, Oscar, for doing this. I just wanted to make sure that it's basically, you know, not just two people with the same name. I wanted to make sure that it's actually the same person, and it was the same person. Beautiful. Okay, you are 93, amazing. That's so cool. That's amazing. You have time to view these type of live streams and hang out in the online world. This is really cool, especially learning Python. Wow, that's incredible. So we have a Denmark, amazing, number 70. Great. Okay, good luck, you guys. Amazing. If I want that, I wouldn't afford to use it in South Africa. How come? The GPU is the most expensive component of a computer, to be honest. There's not more expensive components in it, from what I understand, at least not in my computer. So having that basically 50% of a cost of a PC, okay? From personal experience, okay? My name is not there, and I'm sure I sent it. I got proof. Again, the only two names that are not there is the duplicate of Oscar and Joey. I copied it from the forum, as you can see. So, I don't know. You can say a lot of stuff. Okay, Bulgarian fellas. Oh, you're gonna love my announcement very soon. You're gonna love it. Holy moly. You guys, yeah, I think I'm kind of announcing it right now, but there's a lot of interesting stuff going on with Bulgaria in my life. Okay, so why didn't you give away a 5090? Because that's a 4080 super giveaway. What, it's not enough? Holy moly. Okay, I can prove that I am an owner of the 4080. Well, I have one too, actually. I have it here in the, not the super one, but I have it in my warehouse. Let's see. Okay, Washington would be better for taxes. I actually agree. 100%. I think Silicon Valley, California would be better for taxes, to be honest. I think I live in the worst place in the world in terms of taxes, okay? Okay, let me grab the GPU. I have it in the closet. Give me a second. I'm gonna grab it here just so I can show you the kind of hardware that you guys will be getting. So it's gonna be a bit better than this one. This is my 4080. Okay, not the super. There you go. I used it quite a lot, and this is the size of it. The 50 series is half of that size, by the way, like half of it, even though the Alienware one is kind of big, but 50 series is much smaller, much quieter. It's really cool. Okay, so we are here, and we are ready for the draw. So just to remind you, these are the names, okay? This is under names. That's the name of the variable, okay? Remember it in the next cell. And we're gonna shuffle it first with random because I arranged it in an alphabetical order. So now we're gonna rearrange it with the random module, and then we're gonna pick a choice with a secret module, which is a bit more secure. That's what people say. And okay, so we are in the giveaway draw section, okay? We have our names, which we are shuffling. And after we shuffle these names, again, this is a command that happens in place, okay? We don't reassign it to names because that's the random shuffle happens as we go. Shuffle happens as we go, and then we just choose a random name with secret. Are you guys ready? Okay, who is the winner of this incredible piece of technology? We're about to find out. Okay. Whew. I know, I'm very excited. I don't know about you guys, but I'm very excited. So, Okay, before you do it, okay, I always forget to say it. If you enjoy these type of giveaways, these type of live streams, the type of content that I film, please give this stream a like, a share, a subscribe to my channel, and a comment. I never say it, okay, but I should be saying it, so now I'm saying it, and we can move on. Let's go, that's right, let's go. Okay, I'm getting too excited. So, I'm gonna run this cell. 3, 2, 1, go! Henry Cool is the winner of the 4080 Super GPU. Henry Cool, congratulations, my dear. This GPU is going your way. So as soon as this stream is over, okay? As soon as it's over, I'm sending you an email, and make sure it comes from maria@pythonsimplified.org. Okay, anybody else is not me. Okay, it is not me. Henry, are you even here? Are you here in the comments? Okay, thanks for the chance to win. Yeah, absolutely, Danny. Sorry it wasn't you. Maybe next time. Okay, maybe next time. We're gonna do a few more of these giveaways, even though people are sometimes upset at me for having them. They're like, oh, this is a commercial for NVIDIA. And I'm like, well, do you want a GPU or not? You don't have to participate. Like, don't get mad at me. I'm just trying to kind of give you free stuff. And the GPU will be sent directly from NVIDIA's head office. So I'm going to reach out to you, Henry, via email. The email that you sent me, that's the one I'll be reaching out to you through. And afterwards, okay, this is distracting me. You guys are sending too many messages, okay? I'm going to ask for your contact information, and I'm going to send your information to my contact at NVIDIA, and they're going to produce a shipping receipt, and they're going to contact you with the tracking number and everything. All of this will be facilitated through San Jose, not through me, because apparently you're not allowed to send expensive gifts to people on the other side of the ocean. If you do, somebody will be charged for it, okay? So it will cost you more money than, you know, just buying it on your own, probably. In our last giveaway, actually, very, very nice, hold on. I'm just enlarging myself. I'm going back to the big screen, okay? And I'm bringing myself here. So, okay, so in the last giveaway, a very nice gentleman from the Netherlands won the GPU, and I actually had it where I am. Actually, I had it in my house. NVIDIA sent it to me. And then I thought that, okay, I'm just going to buy a nice card. You know, I'm just going to go to like Lake Louise, and I'm going to buy a nice card from there. I'm going to put it with a GPU. I'm going to give him a nice souvenir, and I'm gonna send it over to Netherlands. And then when I came to the mailing office, they were like, you know that it's too expensive of a gift. It's like, well, but that's part of a giveaway. Nobody cares. Like, nobody cares, okay? So I sent it back to NVIDIA with the nice card that I got from Lake Louise, and and they sent it over to the Netherlands. And I felt so bad because NVIDIA, they had to send it to me and then facilitate the whole thing, and what a mess, okay? So we decided from that moment to only keep it to North America, so Canada and the US. But this time, we actually did it for Europe as well. Next time, Sandy, if you're here, we're gonna do it for Australia too, because there's no reason why you shouldn't be included. Awesome, yeah, good. So the first part of the stream is over. Henry won. I don't know, was he here? Henry Ford? Yeah, no, Henry Ford, I think he's dead, honestly. The winner is Henry Cool, but let me double check it. Yeah, there you go, Henry Cool. This is the winner. I'm gonna contact him right away, okay, as soon as this live stream is over. Yeah, excited, okay. Okay, next time, include Africa. We'll try to include some places in Africa, not to everywhere you can ship such expensive hardware without it. Because if you would have purchased it, that would be different. But because you didn't purchase it and it's a gift, some places they would basically charge you for like costumes or something. So even if you receive it as a gift, it will cost you, and I don't know how much. Each country has their own kind of rules. Okay, Am I shining, you guys? I think I am shining. Do I have my powder here? I used to have a nice piece of powder with me in the office, but as you can see, it's all disorganized. Okay, I don't know where it is. Ah, I found it. Okay, give me a second. I'm bringing it over. I'm bringing it over. Okay, I am here. I didn't go anywhere. I'm here. Back to streaming. And I'm going to put some powder on and we will continue. Okay. Sorry, you guys. That's the problem with being in front of lights for so long. There you go. There you go. Amazing. Hallelujah. Much better. Good. So for the second part of the stream, I just got back from Washington and I have a lot of exciting experiences to share. I judged my very first hackathon. Tobbs is here. Yo, Tobbs, what's up? How's it going? Okay, we just announced the winner. It was Henry Cool who won the giveaway. That's what you've missed. Polite Stone, that's what you've missed. We announced the winner. Python picked it. Random Secrets, Pandas, and NumPy picked it. Okay? Okay. How do I win? Yeah, I'm not gonna click on the political messages. Okay, I have a lot of things to say about them, but okay, I went to Washington DC and I got back. Okay, I'm here. How do I win? Some people are coming here confused, thinking that this is the registration stream. This is not the registration stream. This is the giveaway draw. This is after everybody registered and we're deciding who's the winner. You could have registered a week ago, but you missed it. Now you didn't, okay? You keep me relevant? Yeah, buddy. Do you want me to, like, if you think you keep me relevant, oh, you have such amazing news coming. You have such amazing news coming. You're gonna enjoy what's coming here. Okay, that's a timeout. I don't like people who are rude in the live stream. I don't like talking to them because this is an educational kind of platform, educational atmosphere. You can troll me, you can say like funny things, but if I think you're like a full-blown troll and you're just here to make the experience worse, oh my God, I'm not even gonna time you out. I'm gonna make you banned from the channel, okay? If I see you commenting on people's posts, and I had it for a while, and just bashing people, like people who want to learn stuff and people who want to excel in their career, they're asking me questions and somebody's bashing them in the comments. Like either you're bashing their questions or who they are, or I had somebody bashing Jesus, like somebody who commented nothing to do with Jesus, okay? Commented about Python. And then there was one guy who went to his profile, he saw what kind of videos he watches, he saw his religious beliefs, and he started bashing Jesus like in the comment. I was, who the hell are you? Like, what is this? This is not a political channel where you just bash people. This is a very friendly atmosphere. And I think people got used to just, when you are not yourself, when you are hiding behind some kind of an avatar, some kind of a fake name, some kind of a fake profile picture, it's very easy to be nasty to people. But guess what? When your face is there, when it's who you are, it's not going to be that easy. There will be consequences to it, okay? So I don't like these type of stuff, and I'm sorry for taking it to an upset direction. I usually don't do these upset things, but yeah, don't be rude. If you be rude, you're on timeout. And if you're rude to others, I immediately ban you from the channel. Okay, so congratulations to Henry, 100%. That's amazing. And let's continue this amazing live stream. So I just got back to Vancouver. It took me some time to process the stuff I saw in Washington. And now that I processed it, I am ready to share. So I have a whole list of photos. That's what I usually do. I show you photos, I show you videos from my trips to conferences. We didn't do it in VivaTech, but I posted a nice short on the about the event. So now let's see my trip to Washington. So I basically picked photos from Mario's phone and from my phone. Okay, we have it here. There you go. This is our trip. So this is more of a blog kind of an atmosphere. My apologies if you don't like it. But that's what, stop going crazy, computer. Stop going crazy. I just want to show some photos. Okay, is that good? Hopefully. Okay, maybe I'll minimize myself. Too many monitors. There are too many monitors in my life. I wish I had fewer. Ha. Ha ha ha. Okay, I am here. Let's see some photos. So, the eve of the flight, a few hours before we need to leave to the airport, we get a message, your flight was canceled. Okay, here's a terrible, terrible overnight flight that you're missing one day. And this is the flight you got. And no, I was not ready to accept it. So we called and we rebooked the flight. And you know, usually when you rebook a flight after your flight was canceled, you're not being charged for it. Okay. It's a free thing. Apparently it wasn't. Nobody told us. They just charged our credit card and we just get this very nice surprise. So they charged us for 2 tickets. Okay, direct travel. What's up? Okay, they charged us, but that's okay because we got to the event only 3 hours later than we were supposed to. So it wasn't that bad. And hopefully they can fix their mistake. Okay, hopefully. I'm waiting. I will confirm if they can. So instead of going through Dallas, Texas, we ended up going through Salt Lake City and then Atlanta, Georgia. So in order to get to Washington, which is just on the other coast, it's not that far, we had 2 connections. I know, crazy stuff, okay? Very hard to get from Vancouver to anywhere. I don't know what's up. It's just crazy. The only way you can do so is to go all the way to Seattle, park your car, and then use their airport. But that's dumb. I'm not traveling for 2.5 hours or, plus to another country to take a flight. That's ridiculous. But anyways, this is us getting closer to Salt Lake City. What a beautiful place. Beautiful place, beautiful people. We were very impressed. And this is us already landing in Washington. So that's the first thing we saw. So our hotel was in downtown Washington. Beautiful, beautiful area. I have no idea. It's so pretty. All the trees are covered with lights, decorated really nicely. And this is the Chinatown area, which we were close to. It was pretty dark and we realized that it's kind of shady. It's a bit shady in the evening. I'm not gonna lie, there were some Hastings Street kind of vibes. If you're from Vancouver, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And this is already on the next day. So I didn't take a lot of pictures in the first night we landed. We were so tired with these 2 connections and we ordered something from Uber. We thought we'll find a nice restaurant and whatever, but we were just so tired. I just Ubered it and next day we woke up. Now, the first day of conferences is usually a ghost town. The only people who are there are those who are setting up their booths, the exhibitors. So that's exactly the experience we had. I thought for some reason it's going to be a bit more like San Jose, where the first day is full of stuff to do. There's actually lectures and there's, besides all the exhibitors organizing their stuff, there's actually activities. There was none of this in DC. The first day, you didn't miss anything. If that's the day you missed, which was what most of my fellow creators missed, they just arrived in the evening, there was nothing to do there. Like just set up your booth, set up a few business meetings. There was a big business launch and there wasn't even like a media area. So I came a day early as it appears, okay? But I came a day early for a reason. I'm gonna show you why soon. This is me trying to take fancy Instagram pictures with the side. It didn't work, okay? But I'll try again next time. And this is the Apple store right across from the convention. I think it's the nicest Apple store I've ever seen in my life, so I had to take a picture of it. That was really, really good. And this is the craziest part ever. So we are sitting in the hotel, not in the convention or anything, and there's a guy just walking his robot as though he's walking a dog. And Mario was chasing him. He was like, I have to take this footage. I absolutely have to. Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna put your comments here. Good. It's a bit better. So yeah, he's just casually walking his dog. We saw him at the exhibit later, but we were just right across from the Apple store, as you can see. And this is our kind of entrance to the hotel. Really fancy area. As you can see, it's being cleaned. Very cool. And this is us. This is the activity we've done on the first day. We actually went to Howard University, where there was a giant gear truck by NVIDIA. Okay, and this is me with Carter. He has a really popular Instagram. Okay, very popular. And it's funny because if you guys watched my NVIDIA NIM video a few years back, I guess a year ago, I actually used the software that Carter developed. He was one of the developers of BrevDev, if you remember it. Now it's NVIDIA Brev, but back then it was BrevDev. He developed it, they got acquired by NVIDIA, and I saw him and his partner basically over there, the CEO of the company, okay, not the CEO, and I believe that Carter is the CTO. So I met them at the event, I met them at the mingling, networking parties, and in the hackathon. So if you guys are curious about hackathons, find Carter on Instagram, okay? Let me pull his account because he's hosting these hackathons and he's actively organizing them with his team, okay? So let me pull his account. Okay. Let me pull it from here. Okay. That's... Sorry, I found him. No, I found him, okay? BAXATE_Carter, Baxate Carter. Find him on Instagram and follow him. He's in charge of all the hackathons. He's hosting them. Like, I don't know if in charge of all the hackathons, but he's talking about them a lot, okay? That's number one, and this is what the reason for which we have gathered in Howard University. We were filming a merch video for NVIDIA's new line, so they had a special merch for the event, and this is how we were filming it. I had a yoga, kind of a very similar outfit to what I have right now, and they were just coming to me and changing my clothes. And I was jumping and I was landing, and it's a really nice video. If you haven't seen it, go to my Instagram. It's over there, Maria Shah 888. I'm back on Instagram, okay? And this is kind of the atmosphere of Howard University. It's a really nice place, and the people are so nice. Actually, I got to talk with most of the data science faculty over there. The teachers, they were there. We kind of, I even interviewed two of them, the professors. So that was awesome. And that's the making of. Okay, that's the artist and the art. So this is how you film these type of videos. And this is after because at first when the truck came in, there was such a big lineup and it was very hard to film anything. So, so yeah, after everybody left, this is when we started filming. So cool, yeah, that's the making of. And Mario was in charge of taking all the paparazzi shots. I'm gonna post much of these videos as shorts very soon. It just takes me time, and if you knew how busy I am, wow, okay, you wouldn't judge me, okay? Beautiful. That's the day of photo shoots. Okay, this is myself, Jessica, and Rachel from NVIDIA. Okay. Awesome ladies, amazing, very talented, very smart, very beautiful. This is us taking a picture there. And this is the faculty of data science. These are the professors that will teach you in Howard University how to become an AI engineer and a data scientist. We chatted a while. And Gloria and Andy is not even here, but Gloria was actually featured in one of the shorts that I posted on the channel, so you may recognize her from there. And yeah, that's nice photo shoots. And this is us prospecting where to film the short. Okay, this is one side of the university full of sunshine, and this is the other side. This is where we filmed the short. Okay, and that's just how the streets around the university look like. It's a very different vibe from what I'm used to. A lot of red brick, a lot of like townhouses, and it's a very nice atmosphere, different from the downtown. So this is from the head office this is from the office of NVIDIA in Washington, DC. That's the site from their rooftop. This is us in the first networking event. That's what I'm talking about. Look at all these trees. So the entire downtown area is full of these trees. They're all covered in beautiful lights, and it's not even Christmas. Okay, that was Halloween time, right? Usually, you know, when things are decorated, at least in Canada, it's towards Christmas. But yeah, it was really, really cool. Yeah, and that's some more pictures from there on the rooftop. Okay, and after this party, we actually went on a nice walk around the city because we didn't have a lot of time. So we tried every evening or every night to do something else. That's the only evening we could actually do that. So after the party, after the mingling event, we went to take a look at the monuments, at least start taking a look at them. And this is the Treasury, if I'm not mistaken. And okay, then you arrive. Okay, Derek, thank you so much for joining as a member. Cheers. Thank you for your support. That's awesome. It immediately popped. Okay, I'm gonna address your comments very soon. Let me just finish this trail of thought that I started because it's kind of hard to jump from here and there. I'm not hyper. Okay, I don't have disorders with learning. I just start talking about something. I need to finish it before I continue. It's just my character. Okay, so in the entrance to the park where the monuments are, you see all these signs. Now, as Canadians, okay, we see sidewalk closed, notice do not enter, authorized personnel only. We're like, are we even supposed to go in there? And then you see a bunch of people with scooters going in and other folks, and we're looking at each other and they're like, are we gonna get in trouble for it? But we ended up asking somebody. He was like, no, it's cool to go there. Just don't go to the right because this is the White House and it's kind of dark. You know, you don't want to be there in the dark. It's kind of shady, okay? So we just ended up walking through and we went towards the monuments. And this is us taking a picture. This is Mario, by the way. You never see his pictures, but you finally see him. This is Mario, my Bulgarian husband, okay? All the Bulgarians in the audience. You should recognize one of your own. And this is the monument. It's so big. It's so beautiful, especially in the dark, and all the American flags around it. Washington is so beautiful. This is me just with a nice... Okay, folks from Washington State. I'm going to get to these comments very soon. Sorry, I'm just continuing. And I was very proud of this outfit. That's the only reason why I'm including it here. It's a new dress. I didn't get a chance to film it too much, okay? But I love this dress. So this is the keynote. So that was the kickstart of the event. So what we started with is a breakfast. There was a free breakfast in the pre-game show. There was a bunch of like news agencies over there. It was like, what was it? MSNBC. I don't remember who was there, but there was a bunch of news outlets covering the event with fancy cameras and fancy microphones and stuff. And right after it, the keynote started after we all had breakfast and stuff. So this is where we were sitting. Not very close to the stage, but we sat there for an hour ahead of time. So in order to be close to the stage, you got to be there at least 2 hours, and you got to skip breakfast, which is not something that I would do. I love breakfast. It's a very important meal. And yeah. Oh, and we actually had a picture of all of us standing together at the keynote that I don't have here for some reason. Sorry, I missed it. And this is Jensen on stage. Now, the only reason why I capture this picture is because of this lovely, lovely, lovely part. A thinking machine. Is the internet going well, you guys? Are there any issues with how fast the stream goes? Please let me know. Is that my camera or something? Let me know if you see some interruptions there, because for me, I see it very, very slowly. It just really drags. MacBook Pro is not good for AI and machine learning tasks. So the thing about, I never tried Apple hardware. Never tried. I never used it for machine learning. But if you're looking for, you just need to use something a bit more standard, you know, because Mac is mostly known for video editing, creative work, all kinds of things that require that, you know, it's more convenient when it comes to that. If you're actually interested in AI and machine learning, you got to go for something else. Stream looks good. Tops, I trust you. Okay, I trust you. So at least where you are, the stream is good. But for me, it's just lagging and it's so weird. So I'm just not gonna look at myself. I'm gonna look at this. Okay, Linux, exactly. Linux. So WSL, actually, not even Linux. And I know that Linux works. It's amazing. I love Linux. Don't get me wrong. But WSL, that's the most adapted system for, at least, of running CUDA. So if you are running anything that has to do with NVIDIA GPUs, okay, Henry, listen up. Okay, if you're doing some machine learning and AI on your NVIDIA GPU, use it through WSL, Windows subsystem for Linux, because it has the benefits of Windows and it has the benefits of Linux. And in order to maximize the performance of your hardware, you need to have both. That's just my 5 cents on the topic. You should not do it from Windows by any shape and form, okay? You much better do it through Linux. But Mac, I know nothing of it. I just know that the new models of DeepSeek, they can run them on Mac hardware. I saw a tower of a bunch of like Mac devices and somebody was doing it. So it's a touch laggy. See, that's what I meant. Yeah, it's kind of laggy. That's so sad. Okay. I want a 2-node DJX Spark deployment now. Holy moly, we have some fancy folks in the crowd. Well, actually, you're going to see a picture of myself with a DJX Spark that I don't own. And honestly, I don't even know how to get it in Canada. I don't think I'm allowed to. That's the scary part. Okay. Some buffering. Yeah, so everybody sees that. That sucks. Okay. Well, I don't think I can do anything about it. It's just that's just StreamYard. Sad. Okay, I'm just gonna finish with the photos. We're gonna do a quick Q&A and I'm out because of the stream, because of the issues. But yeah, let's go over everything I wanted to say. I was excited to see a thinking machine in Jensen's slides. Why? Because a thinking machine, that's the definition that Alan Turing used to describe AI before there was a definition of AI. And actually, if you watched my how machines think series, okay, or how is it even called? I kind of forgot. I forgot how it's called. So I'm just going to pull it out here. How Machines Think, I believe that's the name of this series I filmed. It's a 3-video series. Very, very short. Okay, and almost finding it. Okay, Can Machines Think? Okay, that's it. Okay, I'm even gonna share a link to this playlist. Okay, get shareable link, just so you can see it here. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, if you watched it, you will be very excited about reading it in the context of a very big AI conference, okay? And yeah, just a bunch of slides I really liked. I'm always trying to film a very nice picture of Jensen and post it mid-conference, but there's no, like mid-keynote, but there's no internet. There are too many people there and the internet lags so much, and especially for myself, I'm not on an American, I'm on a Canadian network and they have American partners. So when I'm roaming, when I'm in the States, you know, I'm using their partners and I have no control which partner to use. And they always use a partner that doesn't have any internet. I don't know what's wrong with it. So in those keynotes, it's very hard to find internet. In fact, most of my fellow, you know, creators, they couldn't post anything too. I was just lucky to post it before the keynote started. So this is actually cool. They have a partnership with Uber, and you know how right now there's an actual driver delivering things to you and delivering you from one place to another? Yeah, that's gonna be automated. Video lag too much. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, we're just gonna, yeah, we're gonna finish it very soon. Sorry, I just want to go over it because we already started it and I think it's getting a bit better. Okay, a bit better. So this is us in the Q&A with Jensen. So after these keynotes, Jensen is usually going to a different room where only journalists are. And this is where we do a Q&A. And did I just close the window? Oh my. Oh my, I did close it. Okay, so this time the Secretary of Energy was part of this keynote too. Well, Washington, he has to be there. And everybody asked questions and you can't take any videos. You can only take pictures, and that's why you only have pictures of Jensen. You can't really do audio recordings and post it. You can just kind of write about it and talk about it later. These are the rules. And then right after this conference, everybody left to Korea. They had a very important meeting to do, and it was the most political conference I've ever, like Q&A I've ever been to. Honestly, like the same outlets that were asking questions, they're always in San Jose, and they're also in Paris. They were also in France, but they never asked these type of questions in San Jose and in France. Okay, everything they asked, you know, in this conference was so political, and I was really upset about it because I don't know, Jensen announced 6G on stage, okay? A brand new standard nobody knows nothing about. You're not curious to ask about it? Why do you keep asking things about, you know, the administration and stuff? Ask about the technology that was just announced. But I don't know, journalists, sensational, they want these kind of stuff to be there. So what else do I have here? Okay, this is we went to a dinner later on in a Mexican restaurant. This is what I ate. Okay, it's Mario and myself, we ate. There's lots of pictures from there too. Actually, I'm gonna get to it soon. Oh, and it's lagging again. Come on, stream. Why are you being so annoying? Oh. You know what? I'm gonna try something else. Why don't I connect to a different option of my camera? Okay, so for a tiny little bit, you won't be able to see me. Okay, I'm gonna connect through something else, but I'll be back, okay? I promise, because that's kind of annoying. So let's disconnect the camera. I'm gonna keep talking to you just so you know that I'm still here. Where is this thing? Okay, mouse, go here. Okay, and I'm not gonna stop virtual camera, but I'm gonna delete this camera instance I have here right now. Yes. Now I am gone, but I am still here. And I'm gonna connect through a different port. Okay, let's try that. See, I'm so technologically advanced, holy moly. Okay, hopefully, I hope so. I hope I can go back. So we have a new video capture device. And okay, connect the USB streaming cable. Okay, and this one I'm gonna have to remove. Okay, I'm gonna have to remove. What are you doing? Pressing the mode button. Where is the mode button? Okay. Is it the mode button? Sorry, I need to find the mode button, and it's in the back of my camera. I don't even know where this button is. Ah, I found it. Yes. Okay. Okay. And now nobody can see me. Can you see me? Ah. What is going on? What is going on here? I may have collapsed the stream. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Okay, I'm back here. Okay, deactivate, activate. I should be fine. Save. Okay, and okay, I'm a bit too big. I am way too big for this stream. Okay, I am way too big. I'm making myself smaller. Okay, this is me being smaller. This is me being even smaller. Okay, and now we need an effect, which I'm gonna find very, very quickly. Okay, we need, where are you? Effect, filter, and we need a chroma key. Yes, close. Okay. Okay, I am officially back and it is not lagging, right? Right? Am I right? Please confirm. Please confirm in the chat. Okay, Tobbs, I am counting on you. Willie, I'm counting on you too. Let's go. Let's go. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Please confirm. Please confirm also if I am lagging or not, because I'm not supposed to be. I am supposed to be perfectly fine. Okay, yes, okay, good. I get confirmations from you guys and I can see myself better. Whew, not lagging anymore. I fixed it, okay? I bragged before I fixed it, but I was right to brag. Okay. I have to go to work in 5 minutes. Are you doing the release soon? What do you mean release? I just posted who won in the beginning of this stream. It was Henry Cool. Henry Cool won, and I'm gonna talk to him very soon as the stream is over. Okay. Okay, thank you so much for the awesome comments. I'm gonna get to them very, very soon. Okay. Beautiful Asian is always, am I Asian? I didn't know that. Yeah, I'm gonna get to your comments very, very, very soon. Okay, we'll be there. So this is a quantum computer. Believe it or not, they exist. They're not theoretical anymore, but how to use them is kind of theoretical. I don't know a lot of people who know how to use them. And this is me behind the quantum computer, just so you can see. Okay, so this is a Boston Dynamics robot dog. Oh, I am flipped. I just noticed that I am flipped. I'm just gonna keep myself flipped. Forget about it. Forget about it, okay? So this is a Boston Dynamics robot. This is the super scary robot that everybody was talking about, and it was asleep. It wasn't very scary. I do have a video with him, but it happened later on. And this is me with the DJX Spark, okay? So all my DJX Spark fellows, this is as close as I got to one. Ah! Don't die on me, green screen. Don't die on me. Yeah, see, you know, I have a very good relationship with NVIDIA, but I have no DGX Spark where I am. Okay, actually, only a few creators got them this time. And I get why. It's a very fancy piece of hardware. It's a supercomputer, and it's strictly for enterprise. I don't know a lot of people who do it for fun. They do it because you have to use it for, you know, whatever it is that you're trying to research. This is just the show flow before anything even started. We had a private tour around the booths over there, and it was a smaller kind of conference than what we're usually used to. But it was really nice atmosphere. This is Ksenia. She has a newsletter. She is amazing. Okay, I'm gonna share the name of her newsletter. I think I have Ksenia on LinkedIn. Okay, Turing, something with Turing. Hold on, Ksenia Se. She is writing the Turing post, okay? So find her right now. She's an amazing writer. She's the only person who asked Jensen a proper question in the Q&A, okay? The only person. Actually, no, there was a few others, but she's the only journalist who asked a normal question in the conference, okay? So check her out. She is an amazing writer, and she's a great person. I love her. We had lots of fun during the conference. So find her, Ksenia Se. Okay, and it's funny because when I met Ksenia, the first thing, she's looking at my sha. She's looking at her Se, and she's like, a long last name, eh? And yeah, exactly. We all abbreviate it. When you have your private self and you have your public self, and your public self cannot have a 13-letter long last name, which is very common in the places we're coming from. Okay, where were you? I was in Washington, D.C. in GTC DC. It was a conference for artificial intelligence, robotics, anything that has to do with GPU computing. It's like an NVIDIA event. I talked about it on the channel, you guys. I think that the algorithm doesn't really push these things anymore. Echo, yeah, I know, I saw your comment, okay? I just wanted to tell you thanks. You helped me a ton with figuring out stuff that I was stuck on. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the awesome feedback, Echo. I saw your message earlier. I just wanted to get to it later, okay? I am not half Colombian. British Columbia is not Colombia. British Columbia is where I live. It's a province in Canada. Okay. So this is us in the conference. Okay, and this is This is even a more intense robot than the Boston Dynamics one, because this one has military applications strictly, from what I understand. It goes into battlefields. Okay, it scans the area, it patrols the area, and it actually is capable of delivering very heavy hardware. So it's a very heavy duty robot. I took a lot of pictures with it, and I took a video. Mario was trying to take a video without me getting too close. Okay, you don't want to get too close to these things. I don't trust them enough yet. Okay, but this is the kind of stuff you see in Call of Duty. That's the kind of stuff that the future holds. Right? So this company particularly, it wasn't doing the robot, it was doing all the computer vision type of stuff. And I saw their software, and I'm like, OpenCV, and they're like, no, it's not OpenCV. I was very excited about the OpenCV factor, but it wasn't there. It wasn't there. What is this? There's nothing here. There's nothing in this video, okay? This is, okay, so we had a few hours, I think two hours or so, that were kind of free, and we said, we have to go and check out Washington. I mean, we're already here, and we didn't have a chance to do it in the previous evenings. We were just way too tired. There were too many events, too many minglers, too many dinners, and after the dinners, we went to other dinners, so it was too much stuff to do, and we finally had two hours, and we're like, okay, we're just gonna walk super fast. We're gonna take pictures with a bunch of monuments and statues, and we're out of here. So our goal was the Capitol, and our goal was the White House, okay? These were the two places we wanted to visit. And we were able to, this is actually the National, no, this is not the National Archives. This is the National Archives. We really wanted to go. Everything was closed though. Washington was literally empty. You know, the government was closed, nobody was there. And the streets were, I wouldn't say empty, but it didn't look like a very busy capital city. You know, I've been to many capitals. They looked way busier than that. So I guess it was just the time. And then this, the National Archives, I actually watched, I watched it in the Hollywood movie, National Treasure, with Nicolas Cage, if you're familiar with him. So that's why I wanted to go. I'm like, I want to see where this video was, where this film was filmed. And we couldn't. We actually got inside for a little bit. We took pictures. That's the only thing we could take pictures with, because like you couldn't go through, basically. And then all of Washington was closed. The Smithsonian, all the art galleries, all the government facilities and buildings and stuff. Everything was closed. So there was honestly there was no temptation of like, oh, we're not gonna stick around in the conference, we're just gonna go anywhere else, because there was no anywhere else. It was just the buildings. Inside them there was nothing. So yeah, this is us taking pictures with the buildings. With whatever we could. And the Capitol, so pretty, but the skies were so light, like it didn't seem like it's sunny, but it was so sunny we couldn't even open our eyes. So all the selfies, we have eyes like that. Like we look in pain, but we were not in pain. It was a beautiful, beautiful place and experience. And we actually got through, we got closer. There you go, such a beautiful building. It's incredible. That's from the other side. So Washington is amazing, you guys. It's one of the nicest places I've ever been to. And it's so, maybe because it was empty and there was not a lot of tourists, we could take a lot of pictures with the scenery. But yeah, there was a National Guard that was still there. The soldiers in the background. Oh, I guess I'm covering them. Soldiers in the background and stuff. Lots of security in the event, as usual. It's not my first rodeo, and every one of these rodeos is very busy. This is Chinatown in the morning. Beautiful area. This is us with the National Guard taking a picture as tourists do. And apparently this is the FBI building. I'm not sure if it actually is, but that's where I think it is. And this is the nicest hotel I've seen there. Okay, it looks like a castle. And in Canada, usually these type of hotels, this is our chateau. Okay, if you're familiar with Fairmont Chateau, this is how they look like. They're always in prime locations. This one is Astoria, if I'm not mistaken. Is it? I don't know. That's not what it says on the side. I was just trying to look. I think it's Astoria. I love this hotel. And now this is right next to the White House, basically. That's the last place we visited. We took an Uber there. We couldn't walk there, and we didn't have enough time to walk there. But yeah, we went there, and Mario was trying to film a video. Okay, that's why I put it here, because there's going to be a bunch of squirrels right now. So we're doing a very dramatic walk to the White House, and look at them. They were so cute. So that was a very nice photo bomb. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, this is the White House. So it's very hard to take these pictures because there's those poles, there's those black poles, and you cannot even take them, okay? This is it. This is how the pictures look like when you're trying to take them there. But yeah, it's a beautiful place. We've been trying to take some photos. Oh, and there's a guy here. I really like this guy. I have to show you what his sign is. It's like, stop hating each other because you disagree. Amazing. He's just sitting there and he's playing nice music around, and he's such a jolly guy. I really enjoyed it. I love this guy. I don't know who you are, but you are amazing. And I didn't notice it when we were there. We didn't have time to look too much. We were just, and we got to go to the, I had to go to the hackathon. I had to change. I had to get ready and stuff. So I didn't have time to even kind of get the atmosphere around there. But yeah, at least we got some photos. Yeah, and this is me walking towards the White House area. Okay, this is the hackathon. That's the cool stuff. So basically, I was invited to judge a hackathon and I was trying to take very nice pictures with it, but it was hard because the light wasn't there. As you can see, I miserably failed in taking nice photos there, but yeah. It didn't stop me from trying. So this hackathon, that's how it looked like on the inside. It was actually in the exact same hall as the Q&A with Jensen. It was the exact same room. And there was about 150 people there. And you could choose if you wanted to compete as a team. You would find teammates, or you could compete solo if you wanted. And then you have 2 hours, which is very little time to build the kind of stuff that you were supposed to build in this hackathon. And it was an impactful AI application with an agent, with an LLM, with a bunch of MCPs, which is my bread and butter. That's why I was judging it. And yeah, it was really cool. So all these folks, they've been doing their projects, and this is how it works, basically. So for 2 hours, you have a DJ. You see this lovely guy over here. So this is a father and son duo. That's the son. The father was there too. They were DJing from Arizona, basically, which was it was cool. So they had a nice playlist. They were doing it live, and everybody could see them. The lights were dimmed at a certain point. There was a bunch of pizzas and drinks and coffee and lots of Red Bulls. Okay. All these things are available to you throughout the hackathon, and you have 2 hours to submit your project. As soon as those 2 hours are over, there is a team of I think we were like 20 judges, at least. They were there, and we basically looked at all these projects. We went a person after one person, a team after one team, and we kind of asked them, like, what did you build? How did you build them? Show me your code. If you had more time, what else would you build? If you could invest a few more hours in it, where would you take your project? So, and the focus was impact of humanity. So don't just build something that impacts you. Build something that actually is helpful, And yeah, there was some really, really cool projects there. I got to meet some nice people too. And yeah, so the whole thing about this hackathon, something they didn't advertise, okay? So whoever won, the 3 people who won, the 3 teams who won, they got a signed 5090, okay? Signed by Jensen with a nice and golden pen, like the one I have. So that's the GPU that the 3 winning teams got. But what they didn't say is that those 3, winning teams, they would also be referred to the NVIDIA hiring team. That's something they said when the hackathon started, and I was shocked, because you don't go to these competitions to get a job usually. You go there to win a prize. But apparently when it's hosted by a company, so I'm sure that Google and Amazon and all these, they do the same thing, right? When it's hosted by NVIDIA, they actually refer the top talents to their hiring team. So they skipped the whole process of submitting job applications and whatever, and they already start with an interview. So yeah, they eventually would have to send a resume. Yeah, they would have to, because it's paperwork. It's just, it's a formality. But they do it after they did an interview. I've done the same thing. Okay, so I was approached. Okay, I'm not going to say the employer's name, but I'm pretty sure most of you already know. I was approached by an employer, and they told me, hey, Maria, do you want this role? And it was a really bombastic and really, really nice job. And I said, yeah, I'm interested. And the first thing they did is basically gave me a phone call. And I didn't know it's going to be a technical interview. It was supposed to be a chill interview. I was just sitting down and I was drinking coffee, enjoying my time. And suddenly they're asking me questions about cleaning data. How do I clean my data? What happens if I have missing values? What kind of libraries do I use? Do I have any experience with this and this and that? And I, yes, no, yes. You know? So that was my interview, and they're trying to get the sense of, no, I didn't get hired, Sheldon. I did not. So that was the first kind of interview. And then the next interview, basically we booked it, and they told me, Maria, for this interview, we'll need your resume, and we understand that you probably don't have a resume because you're not looking for a job. Just write something quickly. We just need a kind of a point of reference. And I wrote this quickly. I sent it to them. We did a nicer interview, like face-to-face on Zoom, and it went really well. Like, I don't know what happened in the job position allocations. I don't know what happened there internally, but I was supposed to move on to the next interview, and nothing happened, you know? And it's been a year later, no, like half a year later or so, I followed up, and I'm like, what's up? Is it still a go? And they were like, no, it's not a go anymore, right? I didn't hear from them, but that's fine. You know, I'm okay. I'm happy where I am. But it was a very bombastic position, and it required a lot of my time. It required me physically being somewhere. Expensive. Maybe not as expensive as Vancouver, but very expensive. And it just didn't work out. But when they reach out to you, you skip the line. Your resume is a formality. You don't write any cover letters, and you practically got the job. Like that's my impression of it. You already got the job, and if you don't majorly mess up, or if the world doesn't go crazy, which is what I'm suspecting happened in my job application, a lot of things have changed, you know, very rapidly. Then, you know, and you probably got the job. So that's why I'm thinking about the folks who won this competition. I think they got it. They just need to make sure they don't mess up. Okay? And, you know, while everybody were contesting and they were writing their code and whatever, basically we went to the show floor. And this is me hugging a robot, which is very, it's very awkward. And I don't know, that was weird. But we thought it would be nice to capture. It's a huggable robot, okay? Who thought of it? And this is us walking around the show floor looking for Frank, okay? Frank, if you're here, this is us looking for you. This is me and Jessica. And Mario taking paparazzi's footage of us. And we're trying to pretend like we don't understand that that's what's going on. But we know. We knew, okay? Oh, and this is another really cool robot. Okay, I didn't vet this video and how short my skirt was over here, okay? I'm gonna have to edit it. So this is a nicer, this is the hat I was talking about. That's the hat that Frank gave me, okay? Red hat and NVIDIA, there you go. And this is the nicest robot that I ever got to interact with. He was so fun and he was so cute. I know, I enjoyed talking with this guy. Posing. And this one is making hats. It's a cool process. You can get him to do all kinds of stuff. It has a clamp that it holds, like Mr. Crab. Okay, it was really cool. So I watched the whole hat making demo, and the guy who was filming. So there was a guy that was filming the whole process, and he's like, "Would you like to see how he makes a hat?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And I was standing there and stuff, and then somebody snatched the hat. I didn't get the hat. Like, I didn't mind. I have too many hats, but still, that was my hat. Okay, I'm too Canadian to get confrontational about that. You know, it's my hat, buddy. Okay, so I told you I have an Area 51, and this is the same box of this one. So this is the Dell Enterprise kind of computer. It has a very similar box to the one that I have, but inside it it has nothing of the things that my Alienware has inside. No, it's all full of Grace Hopper and full of the H200 or B200 GPUs, which is absolutely insane. That's the Blackwell 196 gigabytes type of GPUs. Crazy, crazy system. That's I guess the most advanced enterprise version. Okay, and also signed by Jensen. I feel like he's signing too many GPUs. You know, sometime in the future, when you go to a pawn shop and you give them your GPU, like when you're 60 years old and shaking and everything, and you're like, this is my GPU from my childhood. It was signed by the legendary CEO of NVIDIA. They'll be like, well, the best I can do is $500. You know, no, I want it to be $1 million. So the less GPUs Jensen signed, the more values my GPU will have, and he signed too much. I don't think it will have much value. And I also opened it and I put it in my computer and stuff. I didn't keep it in a box or anything. I kept the box, but I'm not gonna put it aside, let it collect dust. It's an amazing piece of hardware. I put it in my Rogue build. And this is just some more footage from my judging process in the hackathon. This is me judging the last project that I was judging. Actually, these lovely gentlemen, they actually exchanged information with me after the conference. They're like, let's add each other on LinkedIn, let's keep in touch, which is what you're supposed to do after these hackathons. That's the best part, because you can talk to the organizers. You can talk to NVIDIA themselves. They're the one organized the event, and you can talk to the judges who came. So it was myself. It was about 5 judges who were not employed by NVIDIA. We were just kind of experts in our, I don't know, experts in our field. We are experts in our field, but each and every one has a different expertise. And I always say expert when I'm talking about myself. I don't know why, because I guess usually you want other people to call you an expert and not yourself. Maybe that's why I'm doing this, but I think I do have some expertise in the field. This is actually how, okay, so let me tell you about the process. So at first we're checking your projects, and then we go deliberate outside. And outside we bring up the coolest projects we've ever seen. Now, I've never been in a circle like that, you know. I've never been in this atmosphere. It's my first hackathon that I'm judging, and I was just standing there, and I had an amazing project. Okay, this is the project. Okay, by George. I don't remember his last name, but the Agri Crisis. This is the project that I got to review initially. And I got to review only 4 or 5 projects out of the 100. You know, everybody had their own, 100 participants, probably less projects because there were teams, okay? But basically this project that George had, it was an amazing project. And I had to share it, but I first of all, I left the room too late, okay? Everybody were already outside, they were already talking, and I was checking this last project that we did. It was like, show me your code. You know, very important. I'm not leaving before you show me your code. And then by the time I left, they already started talking, and I kind of missed the initial part of the conversation. But what I did catch is that people raising their hands. I was like, I have an amazing project that I've seen. So naturally, that's the first thing I do. I have an amazing project, I have to share it. And they're like all looking at me. I was like, yeah, go ahead. And it's a very fast-paced kind of, you only have 1 minute to kind of present it and everything. And I was like, oh, okay, it's a good project. I really enjoyed it. It's nice. I ran out of words, but quickly I kind of got on top of it. It was kind of stressful, right? You're in a circle with a lot of people, and they do a very fast-paced pitch. And that was my turn, and I kind of volunteered. So I was like, I froze for a second, but then I was able to articulate how cool this project is. And then George, he actually was one of the top 5. Okay, so what we do outside, initially we pick the top 5. And then the top 5, they go on stage, like George did right over here, and they present their project. So whatever demo they did to the individual who was checking their project, they do it to the entire room. Okay, and then after these demos, we deliberate once again and we decide who won. George won 2nd place. And actually, I told him why he didn't win the 1st place. We talked about it after. His demo was too quick. It was amazing, okay, but he didn't emphasize something very important, which we talked about. But yeah, that's so cool. I was so proud of George, and I had nothing to do with this project. It's like, yes, good job. I'm so proud. It's like, I just happened to check it. That's all. Okay, this one, it's a very cool picture. And you know why? Because those of you who have followed, what happened in the past month or so on the channel, you knew that I was promoting a golden ticket contest, okay? It was a contest dedicated to the GTC. So basically I was telling you, submit your projects, make yourself known to NVIDIA, because they actually go through these projects. They go over them and they check them, and this is your opportunity to shine. I said it, okay? Only 2 people tagged me, okay? 2 people tagged me, and you see them in this picture, okay? They are here. So if more of you tagged me, you would have been there too, probably. I don't know. You needed to make really good projects to do so. So these are the winners of the Golden Ticket contest. I'm sure there were other developers who came as well, but this is us after the hackathon taking pictures. That was really cool. So basically, you would make a project, you would tag GTC, but you could also tag the creators who were helping them promote the Golden Ticket contest. And if you tagged us, we would repost, your post. We would tag GTC as well. And when we tag GTC, they know, that we're promoting the event. So they're like, oh, if they're tagging us, we have to take a look. So it amplifies your message. We're not just resharing it. We're also kind of getting the word through. So the next time there's a contest like that, holy moly, you have to register. You know why? They didn't just win. Okay, this is the crazy part. They didn't just win a golden ticket to the event. So whatever it was a free event ticket. It was sitting in the, in the front area of the keynote, and it was a merch package, basically. That's what they thought they're getting. Okay. They thought. What actually happened is in the next day, after we took this photo, okay, Rachel, that I showed you a photo with her earlier, she took them to the DGX Spark station, and they each got a DGX Spark. Okay, a supercomputer that people are only dreaming about. They had no idea they're gonna get them, and they got it. So I'm jealous. I'm very jealous, but they got it too, which is insane. That's why all these contests, make yourself known. And when you share your projects with NVIDIA, if they like who you are, if they like your character, if they like what you build, your ideas and stuff, this opens a door for making this relationship a bit closer. You don't understand how many opportunities you can get if you participate in those contests, okay? So if you do, always tag creators who promote them, okay? I wasn't the only one. There was a bunch of other people promoting. So tag all of us, and at least one of us will delegate it to NVIDIA, because when we're helping them promote this event, we are connected with their marketing team, okay? So keep it in mind. If you want to get to these events, if you want to get these awesome opportunities, you can do it from the couch. Just make an impact there. Think about something. Create a great project, and you got it. Okay? So this is with my signature pose. I forced them. I apologize. Okay? So thank you. It was lovely meeting you guys. I also felt proud about your projects, even though I had nothing to do with them. I just reposted them and tagged them, but I was so proud to see you there. And I'm glad that both of you have made it. And this lovely gentleman in the middle that I never got to physically, like I met him physically, but we never got to chat or anything. He didn't tag me, and he made it too. So there you go. You have all kinds of examples. But yeah, so what happens after, okay, this is the last photo. So what happens after the event is everybody is exchanging their contact information, everybody's good job, it went really well, mingling a little bit, and we all run. So in our case, Mario and I, we had to go to another dinner with our friends from Lightwheel. They had a very fancy dinner to which we were late. Actually, we came after the dinner was over. We came for the leftovers, but we hung out with our friends. And then in the very end, we decided to take an adventure in the rain around midnight, okay? And we went to the White House once again, taking some more photos. We didn't want to get close to the security, so this is us again in the White House, fully soaked. It was raining, okay? And that's it. That was That's us leaving in a fancy car. Like so. Yeah, and I was wearing this jacket too. This is my favorite jacket from now on. Very, very comfy inside. But yeah, that was our experience, and that's some photos from the Mexican restaurant that I was planning to show you earlier. Okay, content creators, omniverse leaders, and we also have representation from Lenovo, okay? The company of my, I'm gonna show you the company of my beautiful laptop. Look at this amazing thing. This is my favorite device in the house, okay? And it has the weakest GPU, the weakest CPU, and I love it. And yet I love it so much. This is my Legion. Okay. And this is some photos not from my gallery. This is from Jonathan's gallery. Okay, this is Jonathan right over here. This is Ksenia, Jonathan, myself, Michael, and Mustafa. And this is us in the head office after the first creators event, head office of NVIDIA. And that's it. I think we're done. Okay, yeah, I breezed through it in only 1 hour and a half. Holy moly. Okay, time for the Q&A. I'm just gonna enlarge myself. We're gonna do this Q&A very quickly. There's not a lot of people here in the stream either. Okay, there's only like 40 of you. It's not much, but it kind of makes sense. I haven't been streaming for a while. I need to enlarge myself like so. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, very, very happy with this. Okay. Actually, no, I'm gonna announce it soon. I'm not gonna announce it today. More pictures, I don't have any more. I have more, but they're on other people's phones. You have to understand, in this conference, like we take so many pictures, but we are not very good with sharing them later. Especially if you're like myself and very judgmental about the pictures and how they look like. Kind of end up keeping them. So a lot of photos, the photos that were taken in dark, we try to take them with Jonathan's phone because he has a fancy iPhone 17. And then a lot of other photos, they just scattered, you know, between the NVIDIA marketing team and their internal kind of photographers and stuff. We took a lot of photos though. It's just hard to kind of source them. Okay, when and where is the next trip? Holy moly, I have no idea. Honestly, I wasn't even planning to go to Washington. I had no idea that I'm going until it was it a month before? Usually I go to San Jose when it comes to GTC. So every March I'm in San Jose, and this is their main kind of event. I don't know what happened this year, but this is the third GTC that I've attended this year. The only GTC I didn't attend, and I don't know if it was a GTC, it was a keynote that Jensen took in Taiwan. That's the only reason why I didn't go there. It was in Computex, okay? But I was in his CES keynote. I was in two GTC keynotes. One of them I missed in Vivatech. I arrived too late in Paris. But yeah, I don't know what happened to NVIDIA this year. They just keep doing these events and nonstop. And if I'm invited, I always come. Okay, I never know if I'm invited or not though. Only until the last moment. But yeah, there was so many initiatives around this event. Especially, I really enjoyed going to a university. And when you come there with a very big gear truck, you know, behind you, and you have a bunch of like conference passes on you, people are excited. Oh, my mom is calling. Sorry, is she calling? Holy shit! Hold on. Ooh, she called many times. I'm gonna record a quick message. Мама, все хорошо, у меня прямая трансляция, я тебе забыла сказать, извиняюсь. Все супер. Хочешь, смотри меня на YouTube. Я вживую. Yeah, okay. She knows now. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, I should have told you, okay? Come on, NVIDIA, you need M in all your events. Be careful what you wish for. There are a lot of events. They have way more this year than they ever have. What impressed you the most? I guess the robotics, the state of robotics. Every time we go to these conferences, there are a few rules when it comes to robots. They're not allowed to be like roaming freely. They need to be on like remote controls, and there's usually a person controlling them and doing the whole thing. As time goes by, you know, this person is being eliminated and these robots, they suddenly come to life. And the state of robotics is so advanced, you guys. I had no idea that we are there. The way they move, the way they operate in 3D space, it's amazing. And I think much of it is because of innovations when it comes to simulations. So back in the day, you would create the robot, right? You would create him in the real world, and then you would train him in the real world, basically. You train them how to move and how to understand physics and rain and gravity and all these kinds of elements. You would train him as he's already built and living physically. You don't need to do it now. We do it in a gym, in a digital gym. So before the robot comes to life, you train his brain in the digital world, and you do so with reinforcement learning. My next video, by the way, is about reinforcement learning, about the concept. So if you're curious to see how they train these robots in reality, this is the best introduction you'll find. It's a very, oh, my camera just gone. Holy. Sorry, guys. Okay, sorry. I'm still here. We're just gonna switch. We're just gonna switch to the other port because that's the issue with this port. The other port. Oh, what happened, camera? So my camera really overheats when it comes to this one. Okay, so I'm back to USB streaming. Sorry, guys, bear with me. I'm back to my previous device that I used earlier. Okay, the downside of it, that sometimes it starts lagging. The downside of the other device is that it gets too hot and then it dies. So I'm almost back to my previous streaming method. I'm working on it. Set up a new device, ZV1, the name of my camera. And okay, I am back on. And now I only need to flip this thing. Reflect. Where are you? No, that's filters. That's chroma key. Okay, chroma key is done. And I also, am I good? No, I'm not good. I also need to flip it. Transform, flip, horizontal, boom, much better. Where is my background? Oh, I'll just move the camera. Ha ha! I am back. I am officially back. Yeah. Elgato. Yeah, Elgato, that's the software. That's my teleprompt software. That's my... So basically the cable I used earlier is a 4K cable for my camera. Okay, by Elgato. The one I'm using right now is just a regular USB cable. So I'm back to USB streaming, if anybody cares what's going on here. Yeah, but Elgato is the company of the green screen behind me. Sorry, green screen. Of the teleprompt and of my, most of my streaming equipment. I highly recommend them. They're really good. Cool, FBI shut her down for talking about robots. I mean, you can talk about them. So what was I talking about? Actually, earlier. Yeah, so this reinforcement learning video, this is the background you need in order to start with training robots in a simulation. It's a very different approach from what you're used to, because so far we were talking about AI in the context of having lots of data, and then AI finds patterns in this data, and then it makes decisions on its own based on these patterns and based on lots and lots of data. So let's say you have a gallery of cat images, and if you feed it into your AI model, it suddenly becomes a cat expert, right? With reinforcement learning, this is none of it, okay? Actually, there is no data that your model relies on. It's not supposed to know anything about the world, and you're not supposed to point at things and tell them this is a cat. You're supposed to let it figure it out on its own, and that's why it's such a difficult approach to grasp. Now, in the video I filmed, I don't think you're even gonna notice how technical it is, because it's so nice and beginner-friendly. You're not gonna notice that you learn so many things in it, but you actually learn it in a professional level, including the deep Q learning algorithm. That's the algorithm that kind of, I'd say, in the forefront, and It's a very tough one. It's usually not something that you see in beginners videos, but in my video you will. And it's not going to be tough. It's going to be using very basic Python, okay? Skynet shut down the camera because you were hugging one of his boys. Maybe. What is the GTC for those who don't know? So it's the graphics cards technology conference. Okay, that's an event that NVIDIA is doing usually once a year in San Jose. That's their main event, but apparently not anymore. They're doing it all over the world, and it's, I don't know, it's, you just go there to learn new things. You go to talk with people who are in these fields. You see new hardware. You see lots of robots. That's in Viva Tech. There were a few robots in the regular event, but if you wanted to see humanoids and exoskeletons and all these kinds of stuff, you would probably go to the GTC section. There were only 2 humanoid robots in the Viva Tech show floor, and it's a very big event. It's like the CES, but in Europe. But yeah, like most of the robotics simulation kind of stuff, they were in the NVIDIA pavilion, in the GTC kind of section of the conference. So that's where I go to mingle with all the robotics and the quantum computing that, you know, has been, all the innovations that happened in the 2 months that I didn't visit the conference. Apparently I'm there all the time. So and I enjoy it. It's fun. You know, you get to meet a lot of people and you get to meet your colleagues. And when you're working from home for as long as I do, this is the only way you can actually see people. So I really enjoy it. All those people that you're emailing with, all your friends who you never have time for because you're too busy writing content, you know, you get to meet them once in a while and you have all the time in the world to kind of spend with them. So, you know, it's very fun. And you always kind of learn tips, you know, from other creators. You always get to hang out with them and see how they do, how they're doing, you know, their business, how they're connecting with new clients, how they are marketing, what is their approach. You know, it's very important advices, and I enjoy these events a lot. Hello to all the people who just joined. Hello. Yeah. Okay, what else is here? I was impressed to see you hugging a bot, and Mario should be worried about Skynet. Is coming to us now. No, actually, Mario was not impressed with this robot. He's very picky when it comes to robots because he already knows what Optimus can do, and is like, why can't the other ones do the same? You know. And he's right. He's kind of right. I was hoping to see. I was kind of hoping to see Neo. Not because it's the name of my cat, but because it's a really cool robot. I saw him last time in San Jose. Okay, and it was cleaning very efficiently. If he could do all the cleaning work for me, I'd be so happy. So I was a bit disappointed he wasn't there. But it's also a humanoid robot, and he was rocking the Dyson, how do you call it, the vacuum cleaner so well. Oh, I want one for sure. I won't be the first one to buy it though. I want some people to experiment with it because of Skynet. If Hollywood warned us about it, somebody's planning it, somebody's plotting it in the background, okay? And I don't want to be the first to find out how bad it gets, okay? Let's see. So if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below before my camera dies again, or lags again, or I don't know what kind of stuff it does. Yeah, if you have questions about previous videos, about future videos and stuff, let me know. We're going to have another live stream next week, and I'm going to have a very big announcement. Crazy major announcement that will explain why I'm so busy and I don't have time for anything lately. It's a big move, okay? And I'll announce it next week, I believe. I don't know if next Sunday, but I'm gonna arrange a nice streaming day. We need to figure out a streaming day where I can do these more regularly. So yeah, because it's the end of the stream and nobody's gonna stick around for so long, I'm gonna give you a bit of a spoiler. I am leaving Canada, okay? I saw your comments over there, okay? I understand. I didn't bring them up for a reason. Do you know what is the biggest AI project in Canada? I don't know about AI, but I know about robotics. I know that they're trying to build an AI center in Medicine Hat, but they were trying to build it before, you know, all this, I don't even know how to call it. Before before the issues with our neighbors, let's call it like that. It's just, it's crazy to be in Canada in this reality where you hate your neighbors more than you hate people who hate you. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. I don't want to get into it, but yeah. So the biggest robotics project in Canada is the humanoid robot that I showed in my Viva Tech short. I'm gonna pull it out right now just so you can see. Where was that? Yeah, I just saw the future in Viva Tech. I'm gonna share this link right over here. Hold on, I'm gonna share the link. Yeah, I know, it's very big news, Tops. I know, live in Canada is huge, huge, okay? But I have to, I don't have a choice. If I had a choice, I would stay, but I don't think I do. So basically, the company's name... Oh, hold on. You're gonna hear the whole stream. I'm just gonna find the name of this company because I have it in my video right over here. That would be something lab. Hold on. I'm gonna where are you? Aldo Labs, Ado Labs. Holy mo. Okay, Ivado Labs. Let's look him up. Ivado Labs. Where are you? Okay, you're here. Ivado Labs. I think that's how they're called. Website. That's like by far the most impressive humanoid I've ever seen in my life. Is that it? No, that's something else. Is it? Yeah, it is Quebec. So, images. Here it is. There you go. This thing. Where did you go now? Okay. This image. Can you enlarge it, please? No, don't go to the website. Enlarge the photo. It won't show me. It won't show me a big photo of it. But this is the robot. It has like facial mimics like a real person. And it actually has a body now. And if you look at the hands in the short I just shared with you, it's insane. It's so real. It's like completely out of whack. And the movements, they're not robotic. They're actually mimicking real humans' movements. Okay, so that's the booth they had. And this is from Viva Tech. I recognize it. It was in the Canadian Pavilion. So, I don't know. Very exciting stuff. You could talk to it. Now, the AI behind it, somebody in Viva Tech went through the whole shebang that I went through. Okay, they also did their hair in a Viva Tech. But yeah, it's a really cool robot. That's the most impressive one by far. Far more impressive than Optimus, but it doesn't move. Okay, it does. It's impressive in other factors. It doesn't dance. It doesn't know ballet. You know, or maybe finally a new metal band project. I wish if I had time. Holy moly, I would probably do it. I don't think anyone hates Canadians. No, I'm not saying that anybody hates Canadians. I'm saying that Canadians hate people. You know, I thought it's a myth. I thought these folks, they don't exist. But apparently there are a lot of them here. I was actually surprised. Yeah, that's what I meant. I know that nobody hates Canadians, and we're not supposed to hate our neighbors either. But there's a movement here, and you know, you don't see it, but people comment on the fact that I went to Washington, like, how dare you? We're at war. And we're not at war. You guys are nuts. You know, that's what I see. I don't know. Most of our industries in the States, most of the tech industries in the Bay Area, to cancel the States, that's just silly. That's like shooting yourself in the foot. And I don't see any young people doing that. But a lot of the elder folks, they're full-blown canceling America. And it's funny because they're the ones who have properties there. They're the ones who have a house in Florida that they leave to, you know, in the winter. And they have a lot of issues with us going there. But for them, it's fine. You know, just some hypocrisy. Yeah. Canada lost out. They can have Prince Harry and we'll swap you and Mario. Yeah, I'm in. I'm in. Actually, Prince Henry lives... Prince Harry, he lives in Victoria. So he is a ferry away from where I am. It was really close. He's also in British Columbia. Yeah, I mean, so the reason I leave is because mainly because of a legislation that have passed in 2022. And the only reason I know about this legislation, I don't follow politics. I don't look at the TV screen. I don't believe what they're telling me ever. But the only reason I know it is because YouTube was warning about it. Basically, there was a law, I believe C11, that YouTube was really like lobbying against. They were saying like, if you are a content creator in Canada, there are some changes that will affect you really, really badly. And you don't believe that these changes are happening until, they're actually here, and it's too late. You cannot change this legislation. So if you notice that my views of the channel, went down, there's a reason for it. And very often I can say, yeah, it's my fault. But here, I never know if it's my fault or if it's because of the C11 thing. So what happens with YouTube is they kind of tailor the content you see. So if you are interested in computer science, if you are a computer scientist, and that's most of the content you watch, then you will be recommended my videos because I teach you computer science, right? They find the people who are potential audience of yours, and this is who they expose your videos to. And out of these people, there's a very big chance that they will click on your video, right? So what this bill did is just pushing Canadian content to other Canadians. So they're not pushing my videos to people because they might be interested in it. They're pushing it because they are Canadian and I'm also Canadian. But just because you are Canadian, it doesn't mean you're interested in Python. Like what? How would you even know that I'm Canadian? I'm not talking about Canada. I'm not talking about politics. I don't have maple leafs all over my thumbnails. You don't even know I'm Canadian, but for some reason, the algorithm is pushing my videos to you. Now, if you are a grandma who lives in Nova Scotia, why would you click on a linear regression tutorial? Why would you click on how to build an LLM app? You don't even know what an LLM is. You don't even know what an app is, probably, if you're a grandma. But it pushes my content there anyways. But because it exposes my content to, individuals who are just happen to be Canadians, and they don't click on my content because they're not programmers, they don't care about Python, YouTube thinks that there's something wrong with my video. It must be a really bad video because I showed it to 1 million people and none of them clicks. That's the main reason why I'm leaving. There are other reasons, obviously, but they're not related to the channel in particular. But all this decline in views, I never know if it's my fault or if it's their fault. And the only way for me to know is if I finally leave, and that's why I'm going. Where I'm going to will surprise you even more. But those of you who've been watching the stream from the get-go, you probably kind of know. I kind of hinted it where I'm going, but yeah. Canadian content can be lame. I mean, it can, but it can be amazing too. And I get it. Like, they're trying to use the same principle that we have in radio stations. So I don't know if you listen to Canadian radio, which is something that I do when I'm driving. There is a lot of Nickelback. There is a lot of Avril Lavigne. There is a lot of Michael Bublé, and there is a big promotion of Canadian music. And I get it. It's nice, but we're talking about YouTube. It's very different, and especially educational content in the niche of a niche of a niche of a niche. Okay, what I'm covering here it's one of the biggest niches ever because it's not entertaining, it's educational. So this is niche number one. It's educational, not in fields that are applicable, for everyone, right? I don't teach you how to change tires. I don't teach you how to cook. I don't teach you how to do makeup, which applies to a lot of people. I teach you how to do something very specific, which is computer science. And in the computer science niche, which is the second niche, I am a niche of Python, okay? And among the Python people who are interested in Python, I also teach in a very different way. My principles are very, very different from the other channels. I'm not chasing the algorithm. I'm not chasing what most people are doing. I'm trying to train you and I'm trying to prepare you for what's coming in the tech world. And the reason I can do so is because I have connections with a lot of companies in the enterprise. And these companies, they tell me physically what they need in terms of employees. They tell me what kind of projects they want to promote. And the reason they work with me is because I provide everything for free. I provide it for free. I work very hard on my content. And I also spend time on explaining it on a beginner's level. Nobody bothers to do that around. So even in the Python field, I am a crazy niche because the type of projects I cover, they're not traditional beginners projects. Beginners, they do hello world applications and they have no, I don't think that they're useful. What we're doing here is very useful and it's not considered beginner friendly, and yet we explain it in a beginner friendly kind of way. So it's a very, very unique kind of content that most people are not interested at, and it's fine, that's normal, that's what I'm expecting. So don't promote my videos to people who don't want to see them. Don't mess with the YouTube algorithm. I didn't ask for much. And it's nice if you're filming content like Mr. Beast, you know, you're doing some entertaining stuff, you're doing some contests. That's amazing to be promoted to a Canadian audience because the chances of them clicking are very high. It's entertaining, why not, you know? But I'm not like that. You need to have a reason for watching my videos. You need to be concentrated in many of them. It's very hard to entertain you with linear regression and cross entropy loss. And why would you be entertained by that? Like, it's a very small group of people who are entertained by that. So yeah, that's why I don't have a choice. Okay, I can live with politics. I cannot live with, you know, governments messing up with algorithms. It's too much. Thank you, Maria. Just started your course. Awesome. Enjoy. Yeah. I wish I had a step-by-step course and proper course, but yeah. Love from India. Hello, nerds Swayam. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Namaste. I love your content. Don't change the way you produce your content. No, I'm not changing at all. At all. I'm maintaining the same thing. I have a lot of content to fill. The next few videos are very important, actually. And the reason why I'm doing this right now, I'm doing this push towards reinforcement learning and this AI learning roadmap that I just posted is because these videos require the equipment I have right now. And where I'm moving, the equipment will come only after 81 days. So a few months with no equipment, only my laptop. That's partially why I'm hiring editors right now, because I need somebody to edit and I don't have my very ultra wide monitor that I usually edit with. YouTube trauma. No, it's not really, I don't think it's a YouTube trauma. It's just, so when you do it after a while, when you have a business that you're operating, your primary concern is to scale it, basically. I'm doing what I'm doing so far and I'm doing it on my own. How do I do it with a team? How do I produce more content? Because I know that people need this information. We are approaching a future where people only use AI. They don't make it. They know nothing of making it. They don't invest time in teaching themselves, you know, any of the principles because, hey, I can just ask ChatGPT and he'll tell me a bunch of stuff. But ChatGPT is a liar. I use him all the time. But the only thing that ChatGPT is meant to do is chat with you. You cannot look at it as a resource for learning. I mean, it can help you learn, but it's only here to validate your knowledge. It's not here to teach you. Because when it teaches you, it messes up so many things. And trust me on this, I use it all the time. I use it very, very often. ChatGPT is not your teacher. But people see him as one. And it's a big problem. I think that when you study things from humans, this human usually took the time and did the due diligence to understand where ChatGPT lied and when he didn't. Especially if this human has background in the field. I do have background with this. So yeah, that's kind of the chain of thought. So I don't see myself as a content creator anymore. And the reason why it's so hard for me to do this leap is because I'm doing everything on my own. But what I'm actually doing here is I'm training. I'm a trainer. And I have so many projects, so many ongoing projects that I need to train you about different tools and different technologies, different techniques and different concepts that you need to know in order to be ready for a job in the field. MCP is one of them. Large language models is one of them. Fine-tuning is one of them. Reg, LoRa, you gotta know these things, folks. When you're looking for a job right now, if you have it on your resume, you are much more appealing to employers than somebody who doesn't have it. You need to have these things. Containerizing applications. You cannot find an employment without Docker. It's going to be very hard if you don't understand how to use these tools. And again, it depends what you're doing. If you're applying for data science, your considerations are different, but you're still expected to know Docker. You're still expected to know APIs. It's something that is applicable in AI. It's applicable in software development, in anywhere. And in order to qualify for a job in the future, and especially if you're a student right now, what you study in university is not enough. University teaches you legacy things that were very relevant 5, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. It teaches you a lot of theory, and it teaches you a lot of things that are very, it's an important foundation that you need to have, but this foundation is not interesting anymore. It's not enough. In order to stand out, the bar is much higher than it used to be. I remember, what was it, 5, 6 years ago, people without a lot of knowledge in computers, they got crazy jobs in tech, and they were working from home, which they were not working at all. They didn't do anything. And I don't know, I'm scared for the future of my fellow students who just finished their computer science degrees, because they have no idea what's coming. They spend so many years and so much money on getting this education, and there's so much you need to learn beyond that. And these universities, they don't change their programs. They're not going to. They don't need to. And I don't think they can. Things are happening so fast. I mean, there's a conference every 3 months that I'm visiting, and there's new things coming up in between. Okay, so for a teacher, in order to stay on top of that and adjust their learning program, do you know how much effort it takes? They don't go to these conferences. Everything comes in a delay, and it has to be approved by the university faculty. It has to be approved by, I don't know, maybe government facility. I don't even know who needs to approve these programs, but it takes a long time, a lot of bureaucracy, and it's ineffective. Just ineffective. That's kind of my 5 cents on it. Is this why I'm to quantum mechanics in case I need to jump ship from computer science? So quantum, it's hard to find the quantum computer that you could actually approach and do something about. I know that there is a bit of code that has to do, there's a bit of code that shows you how to kind of run these machines, but it's all in the realm of theory. It's very hard to study it and gain experience on it. I'd say the only way you can actually dive into quantum is to join some kind of a research facility and kind of help them develop it, research it, because that's your only chance of getting close to a quantum computer. It's very expensive. How does it work? It works with photons, with lights. It throws particles of lights that are also waves, and they're also particles, and it's hard to wrap your head around it. So that's why I don't recommend studying it yet, because there's nothing to study. What would you study about it? So right now, the fields that are very hot and you should learn a lot about is large language model applications. Okay, anything from the architecture to transformers, LoRa, RAG, vector databases. This is a very big focus. Okay, the next focus is robotics. And you can also find research in it, and there's hardware you can use. This is the next 2 big fields that are just starting. The people say, AI is at its peak, it's a hype. We are nowhere near the hype. There is a fake hype around large language models that came with ChatGPT, but this is not the peak of AI. We are just in the very beginning. It's a chatbot. It didn't look like a chatbot. It feels like more than that, but all it is a chatbot. It's a bunch of characters falling in place and producing language. It's not thinking. It's not a thinking machine yet. One day it might be, but I believe that the architecture of LLMs is not AGI-able, okay? I don't think that AGI will come from large language models. It has to involve reinforcement learning, okay? And if you watch my next video, you will see why. Okay, I'll post it in the next few days. Exactly 100% entertainment algorithm, more advantage programming language course. Entertainment algorithm, more advantage. I don't know what it means, but yeah. I'm not sure I understand. I have intermediate knowledge about ML and LLM. Shall I go for jobs or should I do masters in data science in Germany? Try finding a job first. I think it will serve you better than a master's. Because a master's, it's a long process. That's 4 years. And yeah, you can discover new things and it will be amazing. You can actually continue to, to be a professor and stuff like that. What do you want to do? Intermediate knowledge in AI and machine learning is more than what most people have. You have to understand there are very few people who have these skills on an actual level of understanding. There's repeating what ChatGPT says like a parrot, which happens a lot in our field, and there is actual deep understanding of algorithms, math, and how to solve problems that involve these things. So if you developed some experience, especially if you've been following the tutorials on Python Simplified, I've been teaching you the things that enterprise needs. Okay, so all these workflows that have to do with data science and machine learning and all these things, the full stack application I've built with Docker. Okay, if you follow along and if you're actually coding along with me, you can apply it to so many different projects. And then you can explore it on your own. So yeah, your first project you built alongside myself, and I kind of showed you the principles and the step-by-step workflow. But if you then take it to your own world and you develop a bunch of applications with it, put them on your portfolio and prove employers that you have these skills, your chances of standing out are much higher. But honestly, if I were looking for a job right now, I try to do anything but apply through, the traditional kind of make a job application, write a resume, tell me in a cover letter, why do you want to work for me? It's too much work. And I've seen very talented developers just keep applying and applying and applying. And the reason why it's so hard is because there are thousands of applications for these jobs. People apply for them, not from the country. They apply from all over the world. These are usually global kind of jobs because much of it is from home. And you're competing with thousands of other applicants. And there is no chance that the human resource person who is doing the initial check of these applications, there is no chance that they're not automating this process. So it's either ChatGPT reviewing your resume or some other software, and it gets to decide if you even go to the stage of having an interview. So out of those thousands of applicants, maybe 20 move on to the next stage. Your chances are really low. And in order to get this interview, it took you so long, it's not worth it. Go and physically mingle with people. Try to get informational interviews. Search for the kind of company you want to work with. So let's say I want to work for Google. Very big fan of Google. I really want to work for them. The first thing I would do is I would look for conferences that Google hosts either in my area or somewhere close that I can fly and I can actually join them. Okay? That's the first thing I would do. If there are no conferences and if there are no events or anything that they organize, go to their courses. See what Google is teaching in terms of their internal courses, because this is likely what you'll be using at your workplace. See if there's any missing piece of the puzzle that you can find there and register to a course or two. If you nail this course, and I guarantee it, okay? This is what happened to me with NVIDIA. This is, I don't know. Phrase it again, 0 day. Are you the same 0 day are you 0 day that attacked my form not too long ago? I had a 0 day X user that did a denial of service on one of my forms. I think it was a code jam form a few days ago. Is that you? Don't worry, I'm not mad. I was actually impressed. I taught you, I taught people how to do it, so I can't be mad that it's used against me, right? But yeah, so back to the job. Try to do everything in your toolbox to stand out in front of those Google people that you want to impress, and don't force this impression thing. Just kind of mingle, be yourself, be nice, go to these events, introduce yourself in a friendly way, participate in their contest, make yourself known to the company. or even reach out to some people who work there and be like, do you mind meeting for an informational interview? I just finished my computer science degree. I'm really excited about Google, and maybe you can meet me for coffee, you know, and tell me a bit about your experience in the company or something like that. And then when you meet with that individual, if they agree or anything, if you have mutual contacts or they really like you, they have a good feeling about you, you don't sit for an interview for a job, you interview them. How do you feel like working in this company? How did you start? What did you do to make it? And by the end of the interview, if you showed a good character, if you look like a serious person, you already have a contact in the company. If he doesn't remember you in real life, you're friends on LinkedIn. You have a better chance in, you know, standing out among other candidates. But that's what I would do. I would go to hackathons. I would try to pass this application process as much as possible, because much of it is done by ChatGPT, okay? You have to understand a lot of things that are happening right now. They're fully automated, and the human resource market is one. So if you can skip the line, if you don't have to deal with these automated systems, this is the best advice that I can give you. Or kind of stand out. So with me, the reason why I'm being offered jobs without even applying for them is because every project I make, I film a video about it, I post it for free on GitHub, I make it open source, and I share it with the world. So everything I do is an open slate. Everybody can see what I'm doing. I'm showing that I know what I'm talking about because I'm building it with you from start to finish. You can do the same thing. It doesn't have to be in forms of videos. You can do blogs. You can do all kinds of stuff. Make yourself known. Use this social media world where we live in to promote yourself. And the more you go open source, the more opportunities you have. A lot of people, they put their code behind a closed paid wall, and this is the worst thing you can do. It's copyrights. I deserve to be compensated for my work. Well, guess what? In order to be compensated for your work, you need to be known. People need to look for your stuff, right? And if they don't know who you are, why would they pay you? It's not just about setting a price on what you sell. It's also about getting somebody to buy it. So yeah, share it. Share it with the world. You know, create as much as you can. And I don't know, help the open source ecosystem. Eventually, you will get a job. You know, I feel like that. That's how I got offers. I would not get offers otherwise. I don't think so. Nobody gives you such a salary for your beautiful blue eyes. You know, these kinds of salaries are really crazy. Luis, you're at least 2 weeks late to participate. Sorry, 1 week late to participate in the giveaway. This was the draw, the final draw. This is where Python decided who the winner is. I'm so glad I retired before AI hit all these industries. Happily, I now have time and money on my side to learn and explore AI and robotics without the stress of making money. Yeah, 100%. Good job, Jimmy. Good job. I agree, it's a tough world because AI improved some things, and it also made a few things much harder. So people don't think anymore. They let AI take the wheel when it comes to thinking. They shouldn't. That's the worst thing you can do. You should be the one thinking, not this AI machine. He should be affirming you. He should be your friend that tells you, Maria, you know what, I caught a mistake here. Or Maria, you know, I get your sentiment, I agree with it, but it may come up kind of not nice. I use ChatGPT for emails. I use it to go over the video material that I film. Is this absolutely accurate? And then it tells me, no, this is a simplification. And it tells it about all the stuff that I'm teaching. This is too simple. The more accurate way is to explain it in a very complex language. And I'm like, no, ChatGPT, you don't understand. I need it to be simple. So that's how my process works, basically. But yeah. Cool, so I don't see any other questions kind of bugging. Tobbs, the channel's grown so much since it started. Your hard work is paying off slowly. Yeah, I think if the growth was not limited by, I don't know, whatever's going on with this bill that I was talking about earlier, I think the growth would actually be felt. I don't feel this growth. I feel like I got so smarter and the content got so much better, but in terms of views, I can never get to the same views that I used to get. And it's not because the content is not as good. It's not because it's overly complicated. It's just, it is what it is. It is what it is. The algorithm is changing all the time. But unless I leave, Canada and I go elsewhere, I will always have this thing in the back of my mind. What are the chances that it's my government? So I gotta go. If you are a Canadian content creator and you feel the same thing ever since 2020, I'm gonna let you know. Okay, we will talk about it. I'm gonna share my story, and as soon as I change my address in the Google Ads to wherever I'm moving, if you may guess where it is, I'll tell you if I notice any changes in the algorithm. I think I will. What are your thoughts on this AI bubble and which companies will survive after it bursts? I don't think it's a bubble. People say it's a bubble. It's not a bubble. It's the inception of AI. That's the very beginning. This is the AI in diapers. Hold on. I'll drink some coffee. I'll drink some more. Okay. So basically, the bubble is when it comes to AGI. When people tell you that AGI is coming and we are discovering it and we have reached it and, oh, my model will be first. And sometimes it's Grok, sometimes it's ChatGPT, sometimes it's DeepSeek. Everybody, they're fighting, oh, who's going to be the first to be AGI? They're fighting over something that doesn't make sense. And this is why it feels like a bubble, because they all overpromise you things that they cannot deliver. This race, it only makes, so there are two definitions when it comes to AGI, artificial general intelligence. So the first definition, and I'm paraphrasing, I'm terribly paraphrasing Jensen in one of his Q&As, the CEO of NVIDIA, but he said that there are two definitions to AGI. One of them is technical, okay? One of them is in terms of a few tests, engineering kind of tests, okay? So it's an engineering definition that says if it passes this and this test, and it reaches this type of threshold, then it's AGI, okay? This is the race that is going on right now. This is what Grok and ChatGPT are constantly fighting over. And it's well-defined, there are tests and there are benchmarks, and this is what everyone is talking about. But it's not the actual definition. There is also a theological definition, a philosophical definition. And we're talking about a thinking machine. This is why I got so excited to see thinking machine in the slides earlier that I actually took a picture of it. It's a piece of AI that is equivalent to all the cognitive abilities of humans. And cognitive abilities, they include the power of will, they include self-awareness, and they include things that we cannot measure mathematically. Okay, so check out this AI Can Machines Think series that I sent earlier down the stream. Okay, look for it in the comments. You have a link to it there. This one we cannot reach because we don't have the tools to measure it. How do you measure if something is conscious or not? How do you measure if something has the power of will or not? You don't. And it's silly. It's like saying that, okay, we are about to reach the temperature of 32 Celsius before we invented the thermostat. So all these companies, they invest so much money in marketing and in racing towards AGI without having the tools to actually measure it. So in my opinion, and this is opinion based, okay, you can take it or leave it. The only way we can reach AGI is with a different architecture. An LLM, by definition, cannot be AGI because it has a prompt and completion. Without the prompt, there is no thinking, there is no process. It always relies on you to send something to it, to send it a piece of text, to ask it a question, to send it a file, to do something. It's a reactive kind of a, so it's a software. it is a decision-making software. It's not just a basic software, but it's still a software. When people talk to you about AGI, it's a new form of life. The philosophical, theological definition, it is a new form of intelligence. It is a thinking machine. And this is my thoughts on the bubble. The bubble will not burst, basically, but it will come to a point that people will not be interested in hearing which LLM is first in the race, because there will be a new architecture that we will invent very, very soon that will be more powerful than these LLMs. It can be an ensemble model, consisting of all kinds of different models, or you can take the existing LLM kind of models and you can train them in a simulation. You can apply some reinforcement learning principles on them, but we haven't discovered this architecture yet. It doesn't mean that we will not discover it in the future. So instead of bubble bursting, the bubble will keep being bigger and bigger because there will be a new architecture. And there is no chance that companies like OpenAI or X, there is no chance that they will not dip into this new architecture. So there will be a new race. So mind you, the year where we have achieved AI that is basically that is equivalent to some abilities of humans is 2012. It happened slightly more than 10 years ago. That's the first kind of AlexNet, if you're familiar with this. This is computer vision network developed by an ex-OpenAI individual and by Jeffrey Hinton, our guru, the grandfather of AI. Guys, is PyScript dead? Or what's up with it? I haven't heard any news on it since it released 3 to 4 years ago, so. You want to hear something funny? Okay, I'm going to put you on. Anaconda reached out to me to film a video about PyScript. At the time that it was still hot and everybody were talking about it, they reached out to me, they commissioned me to film a video about it. And then 3 years ago, I usually send them the script. I tell them if I have some technical problems in the script, if I can explain it better, if I can use better commands, please let me know. And one of the feedbacks that they have about the script is that, okay, don't post it just yet, because we are about to release a new release of PyScript where the running command will be PyScript run and then the name of your file. So before it was a different running command. It was like a Python 3-m, something like that. We're about to change the command. And I'm like, okay, let me know when you're done. Let me know when you finish. And it was radio silence ever since. This video has never seen the day of light, and this command doesn't exist. So I think they neglected this project altogether, if you're asking me. If I need to guess, because I was supposed to post this video. The project is ready. I just need to film it. But yeah, that's where we kind of left things. Crazy. That's crazy. So don't count on any news from PyScript. Yeah, I don't know. It's very weird kind of communication with Anaconda. Ever since I kind of lost respect to them. I don't know. It's hard because what takes you so long? And if it takes you so long, let me know. Keep me in the loop. But yeah, NVIDIA's humanoid robot as that type of simulation, I guess. So before it's a humanoid robot that actually lives in the real world, it lives for a few good months in a simulation. So in the simulation, they are mimicking the physics of our world. So the gravity, the winds, the lights, the ray tracing, all these things. And they're trying to simulate lots of different situations. So, for example, if you are an autonomous vehicle driving around London, okay, this is the background I have right now. This is Piccadilly Circus in London. The robot will walk around the same street in the rain, in the snow, in the morning, in the evening, in so many different conditions, and it will explore different paths in this environment. So the robot learns how to move in a world that is very similar to our world. And the brain is being trained before you actually put it to test in reality. That's why the Optimus robots, they're so advanced when it comes to movement. They move like ballerinas. They give you like drinks and stuff because they trained in a simulation before. This crazy supercomputer that Elon built, all these things that you've seen with cables and like with GPUs and whatever, that's what they're using it for. They're training these armies of robots, okay? And they do all kinds of tasks, from bartending to cleaning to I don't even know. You know, I'm not like, I have no connection to Tesla whatsoever, and I always want to see them in conferences, and they're not there. The only conference they were in was VivaTech, but their booth, it was so busy we could barely take a picture, you know, with the RoboCap. It was crazy. I would love to, you know, sit down and talk to Optimus one day. I think he's based on a very smart AI, but yeah, I don't know much about it. I just know that reinforcement learning is becoming the prominent path to AGI. And it's not just me thinking it. A lot of people are thinking it. Smarter, more successful, you know, professors, people with many years in the industry. Guys, we check this one. It's very unlikely that AGI will emerge from LLMs. I agree. I don't think it's capable of doing that. Otherwise, it wouldn't have the power of will. How was your trip? Oh man, Python surgeons, you gotta... I talked about it. I show all the pictures from it. You gotta rewind this live stream. And I'm about to go, actually. 6 more minutes and I'm out. 2.5 hours is enough to stream, I think. I hope. That's all I can give you, okay? The guy at your back is staring so intensely. Oh yeah, this guy. This one. This is Watch Dogs. This is basically the cover you see, okay? Ooh, we have a member's comment. Okay, let's see. I just got here, sorry, at GTC or outside of it. Do you have the opportunity to try out the NVIDIA? I wish Spark DGX or the Future DGX station, especially some benchmarks for AI. I did not get one. I wish I did, but I think it's kind of... It's kind of hard to get it in Canada too. I'm not sure if I can, but I was trying to order it. I was trying to order it when, you know, it was first released, and it ran out. It's just like PlayStation 5 all over again. So let's see. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Where do I have it? Yeah, you go to sleep, computer. Go to sleep. Close, go to sleep. You had enough. Thank you. I was looking for something, right? I was about to show you something. What did you ask me? DGX Spark. Oh, I was looking for the content creators that did get them. Yes, okay. I forgot his name. Oh, Boyan Tunguz. He got it. So do you recognize this guy from LinkedIn? Can you see it? Ah, it's upside down. Okay, so it's BOJANTUNGUZ. Okay, LinkedIn. He got one. He was benchmarking it, and he was benchmarking it before it was released. If there are any cool stuff that you need to know about it, check him out. Another content creator who got it, who I know a bit better, okay? But he told me he's not doing educational content. I don't know why. He should. Hold on, I'm gonna find it. It's Alex. Let me find his last name. Oh, I gotta go to YouTube, not to Studio. Okay, Alex Ziskind, I think. Yeah, okay. Alex Ziskind, this is his YouTube channel, okay? Check him out. He has a DGX Spark. Okay, I saw it, it exists. He had it in his backpack, actually, in the event. He brought his supercomputer with him. He has one, okay? Check him out. Oh, and he's comparing MacBook machines. Oh, cool. Okay, yeah, so I gotta check out more of his stuff. He's a very cool guy. We had lots of fun hanging out with him in the event. So check out his channel. He's comparing hardware. There you go, here's the DGX Spark that he was talking. He actually has 2 of them. Holy moly, Alex, you're doing well. Someone is doing well. Who else got a DGX Spark? Let me think of it. I don't know who else got it, but they would know everything, benchmarks. That's what they've been doing all this time, okay? The closest I got to a DGX Spark is taking a picture with it. I showed it to you before. I'm not gonna pull it out again, but I took a picture with it. That's as close as I got to it. But yeah. I wish I had one, yeah. I think it's a really cool piece of hardware. It's just really crazy. James, you're not late. You're right on time for the last 2 minutes of the stream. These are the best 2 minutes, okay? Yeah, and the Onslaught creator, Daniel Hahn, also talks about reinforcement learning potential. That's where the future goes. That's the only architecture, that's the only approach. This is the only training paradigm that is basically aiming towards experience. So you have a school smart neural network, which is a neural network when we show it, this is a cat, this is a donkey, this is a chicken. And you have a street smart neural network, which is based on reinforcement learning. It knows nothing of the world. And everything that it discovers about the world, it discovers on its own. And this is how us humans, this is how we live our lives. And actually, it's a combination of school smart and street smart techniques. So when we figure out this architecture, and if it's up to me, we'll figure out very quickly, but I'm too busy with the channel. I don't have time to research. If I could research, I'm sure I could have helped with that. I have some ideas in the topic, but yeah, we will discover it. It's just a matter of time. Give it a year or so. But this bubble, it's not a bubble. It's real. It's not going anywhere because people think that we reached the peak of AI. We're just starting. We're only starting. In 2012, that was the first year when the computer saw an image of a cat and it returned to you text of CAT. That's the first year that it could recognize cats. So 15 years ago, we couldn't even recognize cats. Now, not only we can do it, we can actually reason about new architectures, and we can do it in a common language that we kind of established. So yeah, hello everybody joining us. Is that an omniverse? It looks like it. It's too small. Omniverse picture. Hey, I was 18th in the list. Had I missed the winning, but was happy to see myself on the list. Yeah, awesome. It's reversed. Hello, my hypothesis is that OpenAI is not building AGI directly, but it builds the tools that will build AGI. Aligns with their recent AI researcher announcement. Maybe. Tobbs, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the coffee. Thank you for joining me on this stream. I know it's very late where you are, and I appreciate that you didn't go to sleep yet. Actually, I'm about to leave too, okay? But yeah. Who won? Henry Cool. I'm gonna email him shortly. It's an evolving blob, not a bubble. Nice, nicely phrased. Okay, hold on. Where was the comment about AGI? Yeah, so they're building the engineering definition of AGI, which is a big underestimate of what AGI should be. I think we should have an intermediate definition instead of confusing people all around, because it's a question I get to answer a lot, sadly, because of that, okay? If AGI is general intelligence, and this is what OpenAI is building, okay, then we need a definition in between AGI and ASI, which would be artificial cognitive intelligence. And this is the equivalent of human intelligence, the cognitive equivalent. If we have one of these, it will be less confusing, but we don't. It's something I make up. It doesn't exist. But yeah, so the biggest thing that OpenAI developed is the prompt completion kind of standard. Or was it Hugging Face? I can't remember. I don't remember if it's Hugging Face or OpenAI, but OpenAI is in charge of making an app, making it usable. That's their like biggest contribution. The app is really, really good. I prefer their app over Grok. really enjoy it. So the way that they bring it to you, the end user, I think this is their main focus. But when it comes to intelligence, so many other models are, either equivalent or better, and it depends on their version. So I don't think they have anything unique at this point. And they would have been much more respected and appreciated if they were actually open. If they shared their conclusions in the open source world, if they continued with publishing their research and allowing you to recreate the same thing on your end, if they told you which data they trained their models on, the models without the data, it doesn't matter what kind of weights they have. If you don't understand what kind of data they trained on, you don't understand how the model works. If they were truly transparent like they were supposed to be, I think that we would be far further down the race. It wouldn't be just, we are approaching the engineering definition of AGI. We would already been there. Because the beauty of open source is that when you share your conclusion, somebody else take what you build and they develop it further, and then they share it with you again. So you keep progressing together, and you kept feeding each other with very valuable information, empowering creation. And they didn't go open source. They made everybody else go closed source, which is my biggest issue with them. And they made this false this narrative of AI is about to take our jobs. The reason why it's here is because of ChatGPT. It got so popular so quickly, and it really messed up things in our society, especially for young people. It's a longer stream. I don't have time for it yet. Thanks for the live stream, Maria. It was pretty interesting. Good. Thank you so much. Thank you. Vasil, thank you. That's awesome. And yeah, are you Russian? I was born in Crimea. So you decide. You should stream once in a week. Yeah, I will. Yeah, I will do it. We will do it more often. I'll do it more in the next 2 months than I do it usually, because I'll be taking a bit of a break. I'm going to still keep publishing videos and shorts, and I'm going to do live streams. But after my was it a reg application project? So the next one would be reinforcement learning, and after it there is another video that will be published. Was it next week? No, in 2 weeks. I'm gonna take a bit of a break because I'm focused on moving. I gotta move my cat, myself, my stuff, all these computers, all these stations, all the equipment. I'm taking it with me, and it's very stressful. And I'll need some stuff to figure it out. So we're gonna do a bunch of live streams instead of the usual content that you see. When are the big news coming up? Next week. In the next stream, I'm gonna announce which country I'm moving to. I'm just waiting. So the reason I'm not announcing it yet, we got approved for a program that helps us relocate. We did get this approval. It's 100% solid. We're just trying to get a confirmation if we can start relocating or if we need to wait for some additional stuff. Once I get this approval, which hopefully comes tomorrow, holy moly, I am celebrating. I'll be very happy. It will take off a lot of the stress, and it will start booking the whole move. For now, we're still waiting for approval, and we're hoping to do this move by the end of the year because we want to start the next tax year on the other side of the ocean. Okay, we don't want to drag it for a few more months. We want to leave, and it's very stressful to leave around Christmas because everybody's on vacation, everything is closed. So I'm expecting a fun few next months. And even when I land in a completely different reality. Completely different place, completely different culture, different language that I don't really speak. I speak a close language to it, but not precisely. My husband, Mario, he speaks the language fluently, but he doesn't read it and doesn't write. I don't speak the language, but I know how to read it and I know how to write it. Maybe not write, because I actually need to know the language to write it. But you know those 3 monkeys? One of them cannot see, the other one cannot talk, the third one cannot. Okay, so he speaks the language, he cannot read it. I read the language, I cannot speak it. We need a third monkey next to us. I just don't know who. So it's going to be fun. And part of this program that we got approved to would teach us the language. Amazing. I'm actually looking forward to it. I love learning new languages. I'm really good with it. India, no, it's not India. It's not. It's on the other side of the ocean. Yeah. I wish I could help you move. Yeah. I wish, well, we do have some help. Like we have friends that might help us, but we're trying to make the whole process so simple. So simple that we wouldn't even need it. I mean, the last time we moved here, my guess, you are moving to France. That's a nice guess. I like France. It's a beautiful place. I don't know if I want to live there. I want to visit there. I want to be a tourist, but it's not France. It is not. And I don't speak French, even though it's probably going to be easy to learn. It shouldn't be a very difficult language to learn, but it's a language that is closer to where I come from. Okay. Cyrillic alphabet. That's why I know how to read it. So yeah, what ocean? I'm not gonna tell you which ocean because then you'll know. Germany. No, Germany is not Cyrillic either. Yeah, I'm not moving to a Western country. That's the thing. I'm not moving to the West. I am moving to a place where how life used to be years ago. You know? It's gonna be interesting. You need a confirmation to move. I just need a final okay that I can start the relocation, because this program does help us with the relocation. So I don't want to start it before we finished all the paperwork. China. Not Cyrillic either. Not Cyrillic either. But yeah, technically it's an ocean apart. It's the Pacific Ocean, right? But no, it's a. I'll tell you next time, and then you'll be like, oh, okay. So if that's the case, try Africa. Yeah. It's not Africa either. Quick, we need to form a human chain to prevent her from going. No, I'm staying. I'm gonna stay even more active on Python Simplified. Middle Earth. Oh my God, yes, I would love to. If I could, Tobbs, if I could, you know I would. You just know I'm there 100%. Like, I belong to the weird category of people who like everything that has to do with Middle Earth, including Rings of Power. I watched both seasons and I really like them. I know that people had a lot of issues with it, but I don't mind. I liked it. I'm okay. You know, I ignored the political stuff that they included there and I enjoyed it. Ukraine is at war. It's not a good place to move at this point. Yeah. Is coding over? No. Well, I guess software development is not over. Coding is kind of starting to phase out. But I'll be honest with you, I'm coding since I'm 12. Was I a software developer when I was 12? No, I became a software developer very recently. You know, you need to have other kinds of skills other than coding in order to understand software. So coding, yeah, it might phase out, and a lot of people are saying that it will phase out. For now, a lot of people are coding. I didn't see a lot of vibe coders in the hackathon, if that's what you're asking. There was not a lot of them, but everybody, almost everyone used Cursor. Those who achieved something really impressive in those 2 hours, they all used Cursor. Those who were kind of lost and I don't know and stuff, they didn't use it. So it's, on one hand, it was good because the projects were impressive, but when I was asking them questions about the project, I noticed that they're not fully on top of it. I noticed it. Singapore, it's a nice place, actually. No, it's very expensive there. I'm going to a place where the taxes are very low. It seems like it will change from UTC A to UTC -1 something. Europe, it's in Europe, but it's not Western, believe it or not. Big change for taking my Python classes. Well, so basically, the hours when I'm posting my videos, it depends on how many of you are on YouTube. I don't base it off me. If it was up to me, I would post it in the evening, because then I'd have the entire day to arrange stuff. But yeah, what was the impressive project using? So it was basically a combination of a bunch of models with a lot of MCPs. It was from the NVIDIA Nemotron model, if I'm not mistaken, and he used MCPs of weather kind of apps. So Google Weather, weather from the United States, federal kind of a reporting. He used at least 3 different MCPs, And the whole idea of the app, it was for agricultural risk assessment. So basically, when you are trying to grow crops, I don't know if you watched Clarkson's farm. There are a lot of issues with weather. So if it rains too much, you have one problem to deal with. If it doesn't rain enough, you have another problem to deal with. If you're about to harvest and there is a frost going on all over your field, it is a third problem. So there's so many different problems going on there. And each and every one of these problems, the solutions, they cost money, and not applying these solutions, it also costs money. So whatever you do, it will cost you money, it will cost you losing profit, it will cost you a lot of stuff, and it's very hard to assess this risk on your own. So what this software does, it uses an LLM that it basically can assess this risk with you. It will tell you how much you lose in terms of money, how much you lose in terms of product, and it kind of gives you the different kinds of approaches. It breaks down things that are very easy to follow. So it's meant for basically to improve the supply chain when it comes to getting food, from the farm to the supermarket. And it was really impressive. It was really cool. The only reason why I didn't win first place, in my opinion, is because he didn't emphasize that inaction is losing money. And action is also losing money. So you need to understand which of these two evils, with the devil, or a new one. You kind of need to assess it. And he didn't emphasize it. It sounded like, if it's frost and you apply a frost solution, that solves your problem, right? No, frost solution means that you're losing some of your crops because it's like a dangerous material and it costs you money. I don't know. I'm not an agricultural person, but he should have emphasized that. But I was very impressed. It's hard. It's very hard to build a software with a UI, okay, Streamlit, by the way, with a large language model, okay, and with 3 MCPs that you need to confirm with and talk to each other. 3 MCP servers, okay, so it's 3 different APIs. Not easy to figure out. So that was why I was impressed. And also, he was one. Usually the other teams, there were 2 of them, there were 3 of them. He was the only one, like among the finalists, that was alone. So when you do it alone, it's not easy. And yeah, I was very proud of George for this project. Best match overall, according to ChatGPT. Montenegro. No. UAE, that's not in Europe. Cyrillic, UTC-1, and low taxes. I don't know if it's UTC-1. I don't know the UTC stuff. I just know I'm in a Pacific zone, and I'm moving to a European. Привет, Marichka. Cikvi dostvid. I don't know what it means. I read Ukrainian. I don't speak it. I only read it. I'm from Crimea. We never studied, in the kindergarten, we never studied Ukrainian. The only reason why I know it is because I had books in Ukrainian and I was watching Ksena, the warrior princess. You call it Zina. We used to call it Ksena. And Ruslana Pisenka. That's the only thing I remember from my childhood. Okay, Italian, actually. I wish I knew Italian. Biggest hint is the last course you started on Duolingo. It's not on Duolingo. See, that's the biggest problem. I was about to study the language, but it's not on Duolingo. I see my brother learning German. He was here on a vacation not too long ago, and he was like, Heisen, Schweisen, like learning German. It was like suddenly he's talking in German, and I'm like, what are you talking about? It's like, no, it's Duolingo. As though I knew what Duolingo is. Okay, but then he explained, I'm learning German. Why? I don't know. Okay, just turn on some Rammstein and learn from them, right? But he's learning it for 1,000 days in a row. Yeah. Italian. No, all these countries, Spain, Italy, they're Western. They're considered Western. But yeah, is Argo Crisis live? It's supposed to be. Agri Crisis. I don't know. Let's see. It was supposed to be on GitHub. Agri crisis. Did I find it? Did I find it? Okay, did I find it? Is that by George? No. There is an agri crisis, but it's not the same app. That's not George. So no, he didn't post it, unfortunately. But yeah, I can reach out to him. I can ask him to post it. Yeah, it's sad. I wish it was Czech Republic. You're getting close. You're getting close. Finland. I know. Komm mit mir. Komm auf mein Schloss. I wouldn't know what it says unless I listen to Rammstein, okay? The chat is curious about your migration rather than the future. It's more important. I mean, what? Where can you get cheap taxes? It is not Poland, but you're getting very close. And Tom's, you know me so well, buddy. You just, that's the one, okay? Hopefully. So I'm waiting for a final confirmation. And if I get it, I will announce it officially and formally. But yeah, not Australia. No, it was the last. Okay, this is the last comment I'll be reading. I gotta go. Transformers or CNN? When and why? It's completely different kinds of networks. Okay, CNN is for image. It's for images. It's a convolutional neural network. You do so for if you'd like to classify a bunch of images. So let's see, you want to recognize cats, you use a CNN. Transformers, it has a very wide range of uses, but most people are using it for large language models. Okay, for text, chatbot applications. Okay, stop guessing, guys. She said it on the stream. That's okay. She practically said it on the stream. You really should pay more attention. We got a beautiful mountain right in the capital with incredible views. I'm sure she'd love it. Vasil, are you from Bulgaria? Costa, peach. Amazing. Actually, you do have a Bulgarian name, right? I get it. Kostava. I'm starting to learn it a little bit. Koszmary na kuchente. Okay, we're watching kuchnite. Koszmary na kuchnite. We're watching a bunch of Bulgarian content right now, trying to kind of wrap my head around it. But yeah, thank you for the stream. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for joining me, Am. We're calling each other Am. I don't know. Did I ever get your actual name? I just know you're from Colombia. Okay, it's not Poland. I already said what it is. You keep asking about places that I confirm they are not. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me on the stream. It lasted for way longer than it was supposed to, as usual. Okay, and there's only 40 of us here. I was just hanging out. Thank you for joining. Okay, the sparkle in your eyes revealed it. Bulgaria, yeah. So it's, my husband is Bulgarian, so we're kind of moving back to where his roots are. And since I am from the kind of the Black Sea kind of region, that makes sense to me too. That's kind of reminds me of my childhood in a way. And it's not a Western country, but it's in the EU, which is a nice balance between the two. So I'm very looking forward to it. Yeah, I'll announce it next week. It's gonna be amazing. We'll do a dedicated stream towards Bulgaria, promoting it in the field of AI. You know, that would be amazing. Studied software development, but I want to get my way to data science ML without career. Will it be easy? Yeah, because you already have a foundation, at least one of the foundations to AI. So, okay, the last thing I'm going to answer, I swear, because it's very important, okay? This is why I'm here for. If you have questions that are technical, that helps you in life, that's main priority, okay? I am looking for it. Oh, my AI learning roadmap, check out this video. Okay, here it is. I'm going to send it in the comments right now, okay? Okie dokie. Oh, I send it with a dash. Okay, it doesn't have a dash in the end. Okay, the second link that I shared, that's the correct one. Okay, watch this video until the very end. It will give you a background in terms of the scope of what you need to learn. You need to understand how machine learning relates to deep learning, how it relates to reinforcement learning, and how different these concepts are. You need to get this type of stuff. And also I show you, I basically share when you are ready to apply for jobs in the field. So the whole idea of artificial intelligence and data science is that it relies, not data science, but artificial intelligence in general, okay? It refers to 4 different professions. The first one you already have, that's a software developer. You need to understand how software works, how computer works, which is something you already have. The next thing you need to understand is how data science works. How do you plot graphs? How do you analyze graphs? How do you analyze unstructured data? How do you analyze images, videos, all kinds of input, audio input? How do you take this data and turn it into numbers? How do you take a piece of sound and turn it into a number, into math, right? That's number 2 you need to understand. Number 3 you need to understand is math. You need to have a good foundation of matrices. You need to have a good foundation of predicate logic. And you need to be comfortable with algorithms in general, okay? Sets of instructions. Don't look at it as algorithms, but sets of instructions. And they refer to math, they refer to cooking, they refer to everything, okay? You need to be comfortable with math to proceed. And then when it comes to AI itself, you need to learn a lot of things that are proprietary to AI, but they are based on software engineering, math, and data science. Only once you have these 3, you can actually move on with AI. Without these 3, it's going to be very hard. So yeah, check it out. You already have a very good foundation. Even basic Python is enough when it comes to software development. If you have more than basic Python, which is what I'm suspecting you have, you're on a roll, buddy, okay? It's going to be much easier. So check out this video. I explain everything there. Connect all the dots together and then start learning. I give you an actual checklist, and this checklist includes videos that I filmed. If you are a teacher, a lecturer, and you want to use my slides, you can download them from my website. You can use them in your lectures. All kinds of things, okay? I'm trying to be a resource. Oh, Frank is here. Holy moly. Frank, how are you? Okay, I was talking about you in the conference. I was like, where is Frank? He's usually here, okay? I have your hat. I have 2 of your hats. One of them Mario has, the other one I have. I wanted to start the stream with them. I don't know where I put them. I don't know. I put them somewhere and they're gone. So this is what I started the stream with. It's the regular NVIDIA hat. But I have your hat. Okay, and I showed some pictures from the booth. Actually, I was showing how Jessica and I were looking for your booth. It's like, where is the red hat booth? Where is it? Okay, happy to see you here. I was very happy to meet you in a conference. I wish I could stay longer. I had a hackathon to judge, but yeah, thanks for being here. No, you are awesome, man. Thank you for the hat. That was cool. I don't have a picture with you for some reason. Only you have a picture. I thought that Mario is taking them for some reason, but I think Jessica took a picture, so I need to talk to her. Bayesian is important. All these algorithms, not just Bayesian, so many algorithms. It's important to be comfortable with switching from one algorithm to the next, providing a different solution to different problems and stuff. So yeah, I will send it to you. Be like, yay, awesome, even better. Perfect. This is the stage where you're kind of collecting all the photos you took from everyone. So yeah, I'm happy you're here. I'll say hi to Mario too. He was helping me look for the hat. I was like, Mario, where is the hat? I only saw it yesterday. Yeah, we're moving, so everything is kind of in different places. But yeah, so thank you so much for joining us. Frank, I'm glad you came here on the very last moment of the stream. I got a chance to say hi. And yeah, but the stream is over. It's almost 3 hours long. Holy moly. Okay. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for joining. Thank you for chatting with me in the comments. I will see you very soon in my reinforcement learning video, which is the best video I've ever filmed. It's ready. It's good. I just need to design the thumbnail, to write the description and everything. It's so good. I love it. I wish that this is how I learned, that somebody would bother teaching it to me that way. Okay. And hopefully you enjoy it. So I'll see you soon. And then we'll do those live streams a bit more often this month. Yeah. Thanks. Serega! Serega, привет! This is my uncle. Serega, как дела? The stream is over, actually. I'm so sorry that I gotta go. But yeah, the winner of the GPU is Henry Cool, okay? I'm gonna contact him right now. Yeah, I'm sorry for everybody who was hoping to get it. My apologies. And thank you for joining. I'm so happy to see you. Siroga, thank you for saying hi. I can always call you. I'm not going to stay here to chat because you have my phone number. But yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for joining me for this 3-hour long stream. Even if it happened in the last 10 minutes, I'm so happy to see you. And Frank has the DGX Spark. Ah! Holy moly. Wow. Okay, so follow Frank too, okay? He has a podcast, so he might talk about it as well. That's a tip. I was giving a list of all the content creators that I know who have the DGX Spark, okay? So yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you. This time I'm gone for sure. It's too hot here. I need to drink something. This coffee is not enough. I will see you soon on the channel in a reinforcement learning video. And yeah, see you soon. Yes. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.